Hello and good morning. Thanks and good morning, Shawn.
Good morning, Paul.
Thank God it's Friday. Thanks for tuning in right here at FunkshopTV. You're watching it live on Twitch if you're watching it right now. If you're not watching it live, you're probably going to catch it on YouTube. YouTube.com/FunkshopTV. How you doing, Shawn?
Do we have that URL?
Huh?
Is that the URL for YouTube?
YouTube.com/FunkshopTV.
Yeah, is that it?
Pretty sure.
Oh. Okay. I'm just checking.
In fact, look. We can do !YouTube in chat. Oh, maybe I need to open up. Hey, Gamer Junkie, what up, man? Congratulations on getting your 50 followers. Glad we could help. We always like to help fellow streamers, man.
For sure.
Because if we're not building a community, what the heck are we doing, right?
I thought we were just talking to ourselves.
We talk to ourselves a lot.
Yeah. Josh was looking up all kinds of weird things. He was looking up facial expressions.
Why isn't this working?
Just open up the computer and it's like the most random searches. Like,
on the laptop over there?
Yeah. Like, Josh, man, like the FBI is gonna come looking at my computer. Like,
so Gamer Junkie, you are on your way to being a Twitch affiliate. Congratulations, bro. Now let's try that.
how many?
YT? I gotta remember these.
Trying to know all the commands.
Yeah.
Cool. So click on all. I wasn't sure if we had enough. Because YouTube changes crap all the time.
They do.
That's why I was worried about it.
We had the URL. We had the URL before they did a bunch of changes.
This is ridiculous.
So,
Cool.
they let us keep it when they went through their house cleaning ish and changed everything around
For the 50 billionth fucking time.
Yeah. Yeah, but they were nice enough to let us keep,
Yeah, I should send him a Christmas card or something.
Send him a thank you note.
Yeah. Just like thank you for letting me keep my URL.
Yeah, no doubt.
Have a great new year.
Gamer Junkie said thank you very much, but I just need average of 3 viewers and 30.08 hours streamed. Yes, we are. Shawn and I are both affiliate as well as FunkshopTV. We both have personal Twitch pages, and actually what I'm going to do from now on, I'm going to set it up after this podcast, is put on the screen the little exclamation point with a few keywords so people can like exclamation point Shawn and or just SD for Shawn Duce,
whatever.
So they can go into chat and then it'll pull up like all of your social media links. So I'm going to set that up in Streamlabs after we're done. I meant to do that this morning, but I got caught up trying to going to other people's Twitch pages and helping them out and giving them some views. And
there's so many things to do in this game. It's an ever-ending hustle.
No kidding.
Nobody understands.
It is a revolving door that you can't get out of once you get in it.
It really is. And luckily, I think we're starting to develop a team that can do other things.
Yeah.
And just build out. So. And
I'm glad too, because a lot of that people that are jumping in to help with other aspects of all of this stuff. There's certain aspects that I enjoy doing. I enjoy chatting with people, and I enjoy interacting with people and getting people excited and giving people followers and getting all of us involved in a chat to engage and stuff. But doing editing and stuff, that's not my forte. I appreciate it a lot more than I used to. But now that we have other people that can get involved in other stuff, I really want to focus on community building. Not saying I don't want to edit. Don't get me wrong, but now we're pretty much caught up anyways.
But yeah, at least you can go in and dive in and do some of the basic chops that we need to do.
And next week I'm going to start hey, Gamer Jug, we appreciate that, man. In a big, big way. One thing you might consider doing, Gamer Junkie, I don't know what I do VR streams. Oh, virtual reality? Is that right? I'm still learning a lot about
usually
this.
VR usually means virtual reality.
Yeah, the whole gaming realm. one thing that I suggest
AR too
is anytime you're watching a stream, I don't know what physically you're using to watch a stream, but it doesn't matter if you're watching it on a phone or on a computer. If you click on the diamond that you see there in chat, a box will pop up, and that box is how you can cheer on your favorite streamers.
And you can get free cheers.
And you can That's exactly where I was going with that. You can get free bits by watching ads. So start collecting those bits, and I'm not saying that you need to use them to cheer us on by any means. Just start collecting them. So when you start building more, getting more involved, you already know. Never mind. For anybody that doesn't know,
boom.
Excuse me, you can get free bits by viewing advertisements. What up, Matt?
Speaking of VR.
Speaking of bits.
Real quick. I watch a lot of like podcasts and lots of just educational like interviews with people in all different fields and stuff. One of the interviews that I was watching was dived into for a few days was a lot of 3D modeling and what do they call it? Artist renditions for like movie sets. So I didn't really realize how much like big blockbuster movies of all different kinds use artists to build out scenes for I think for reference material for like compositors and editors and stuff of that nature, as well as directors and stuff. So like they use the story and everything, they draw out scenes, and a lot of it's done in 3D now. And speaking of 3D and alternate reality and all that,
speaking of alternate reality, Matt Lowe is in chat.
Yeah, virtual reality. They're using Oculus and other types of goggles like that to actually draw in 3D space. So they have these on, they can actually just use like a tool or their hand or whatever and literally draw and manipulate a virtual environment in front of them. Like instead of a pen or a mouse, they're like just reaching out in the air and drawing, and like in a 3D, and then they can spin the object like just like in some of these crazy movies you see like where they're like manipulating 3D space through these goggles. This is actually happening now in like in art and film design and other aspects of movie making, like Disney movies and stuff like that.
They're starting to outsource pieces.
No, like they're integrating like virtual reality into the creation process.
Oh, okay.
So they literally are creating these things in virtual space in front of them, wearing these ocular glasses or stuff like that. So yeah, it's super cool.
Nice.
Anyway, I just thought
I'm actually setting up your. Sorry, I'm halfway paying attention.
It's all good. But I thought maybe some people might
social
like
media things right now.
While I'm talking, so starting Monday. So what day is that?
7th, I believe.
Yeah. Is it?
Yep.
So the 7th, going to start on YouTube Amazon gift card giveaway. So from the week of the 7th through the end of that week, through I guess we'll do the Sunday. So 7th through the 13th, and then every week after that, we're gonna give away Amazon gift cards on YouTube. So the way that's gonna work is you're gonna have to comment on the video on one of the videos that week. The more videos you comment, the more that we may take notice of those comments. So whatever the best comment is, so you gotta comment, you gotta like the video, you gotta smash that thumbs up. Actually, you know what? You could thumb up or thumb down.
Hey, Willie Everstop. What's up, Josh? Good morning. Good morning, Joshua.
Hip thrust either the like or the dislike button, whatever. But make sure you also subscribe. So you have to subscribe, comment, and give us a reaction, thumbs up or thumbs down, and you'll be entered into that. And so every week we'll pick a winner for an Amazon gift card. So, and then we'll send you the code. So, and I'm going to make this announcement every morning so that you guys know.
Nice.
Anyway.
So Shawn is coming out of his pocket with his stripper tips, because he's a stripper by night, and he is actually buying gift cards to give away to people that are getting involved in the YouTube aspect of FunkshopTV.
One caffeine is not enough, so I got 2.
You know, today is going to be a very long and grueling day in my life, I'm afraid.
Morning, Willie.
Good morning. Good morning, Joshua. All right, so you can now go into chat and type !DUCE.
I can, or anyone can.
Anybody can. Anybody and everybody.
Yay. I'm so excited. That's pretty awesome. Let me go into chat and see what it does.
You gonna give it a test?
Did you already put like what social media links did you put in there?
Everything. I put your home address too.
Sweet.
I thought
that's already been on Twitch.
I remember. I do remember that.
What was the code?
!Duce.
I thought you already had one for that.
I just updated it, bro.
Oh, okay.
See that? And every time it popped up before, it had your web URL in it, and you always said, I don't think I have it anymore. I need to update it.
Yeah, I do need to do
so that's why I took that out for now.
That will be happening soon. Somebody needs to remind me to at some point over this weekend, maybe, to build a website. Though I do have a very important video that I got to get done. I'm not going to say anything about. Yeah, well, I got a couple of those, but one that me and Josh spent filming last night here.
Yeah, and, you guys were here for like 9 hours.
Yeah, we were here a long time. And there's pictures of some behind the scenes on our Instagram on FunkShops, which I actually need to upload another one from that right now, which I will do. So if you want to see the exclusive behind the scenes pictures of things that were happening, go check that out. I'm going to go in there and upload the other one.
There they are.
There's one of them up there.
It's official.
I'm going to do the other one next.
Hope everybody is doing well this morning. It's Friday, so we're off to a slow start like we always are on Fridays.
We're usually off to a slow start most of the time.
That is true. 26 minutes in and we still haven't... Matt's saying his stream keeps lagging.
That's probably his internet connection.
Yeah. Yep.
More than likely. Unless our bit rate changed dramatically.
Ooh, Anthony's on his way.
Sweet.
He's coming to hang out with us this morning.
I'm excited. So excited.
Is that the smell of sarcasm?
I thought it was caramel.
I'm just kidding.
Coffee, but mixed with Rockstar.
Yeah, I've got two in the fridge.
Josh just gets super pissed at me about this Rockstar right here. If he's still in chat, you remember this, Josh? This Rockstar.
Have you seen?
You just get so damn angry, dude. When I buy this.
I'm angry. Josh got angry when you would buy that.
Yeah.
I'm angry that Rockstar got rid of my favorite flavors.
He said this smells terrible.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Have you seen that? Before we dive into any political stuff and get all too serious, have you seen the? Jason just linked me, and he thinks it should be on FunkshopTV. The guy that merged the phone call between the two Chinese restaurants.
Yes, I think so too. Or I think we should do our own version of that.
We need to do a few versions of this, I think.
Yeah.
But we're gonna go ahead and play it anyways.
Yeah, play that real quick while I tag this picture.
I shall. I shall. Gosh, I really hope Twitch gets their Twitch Sings thing figured out soon. I'm excited for it. All right, we're rolling.
1 sweet and sour chicken.
Sweet and sour chicken dinner, huh?
Yeah.
Sweet and sour chicken. What else?
1 orange chicken.
Okay.
Can you tell me the order?
Hello?
Hello, I'm sorry, what would you like?
Okay, so you wanna... Hello?
Well, what would you like? Hello?
You wanna order, right?
Yes, please.
The sweet and sour chicken? Orange chicken?
Sweet and sour chicken and orange chicken.
And mixed vegetable?
Mixed vegetable.
And vegetable
I wonder how
fried
many times we have to try to do this to make it work.
rice? 4 orders so far.
Quite a few.
So, sweet and sour chicken, orange chicken, with the fish, vegetable fried rice.
Let's see here.
Let's see
Okay,
how.
the first one, sweet and sour chicken, right?
And the orange chicken.
Yeah. And mixed vegetable?
And the vegetable fried rice.
Mixed vegetable, right?
Yeah.
And vegetable
Yeah.
fried rice?
Yes. Would you like
It's a full order.
Yeah. Would you like some soup appetizer?
Huh?
Would you like some soup?
There's no soup come with. It's a dinner, no more lunch.
Okay, that's all.
And
It's a total of 46.19.
where are you calling from? You order food, right?
Who ordered?
Huh? Can you give me your address one more time?
Okay, never mind.
They just hung up. That's awesome. That is such an awesome idea.
Yep.
That kid's pretty smart. Did you see the barber prank, where the barber pranks the little kid and makes him think he cut his ear off?
Oh yeah, that was good too. That was hilarious.
Yes, we got to get back into doing more pranks and stuff. I think we'll wait until the weather warms up though. I don't like to go outside and do pranks and stuff when it's so cold because people get angry. Like if it's the weather's nice, you know, especially around Portland. If the weather's decent, people are like, haha, that was funny. But if the weather's shitty and people are cold and they're just in a bad mood, or if it's raining like it does so much here,
I say prank them anyway.
somebody's gonna pull out a gun and shoot one of us one of these days.
I say prank them anyway.
I don't want to get shot.
Just wear bulletproof vests.
You know, I had to do that once. Well, a couple times.
There was a time I was thinking about buying one for work.
You know, when you're as large as me, it is one of the most uncomfortable things you could wear. It was
Probably heavy
horrible.
as shit.
I never want to put
sucks.
another one on. Just give me a Kevlar frying pan. I'll just put it under my jacket. So,
Kevlar frying pan.
we're going to get right into some news this morning. Right into it. 28 minutes into the stream. We're going to get right into some news. There's a McDonald's fight that we covered a few days ago.
Yeah.
It's definitely gone viral. But I saw some stills that really caught my attention because it looked like it was better camera footage. Might not be, but...
Now open for lunch in Happy Valley. Kumi Buffet has a
Oh,
huge
shut
variety,
up.
including dim sum.
Oh, shut up. I hate advertisements, man.
You should like advertisements.
I understand they got to make their money and everything, but
Advertisements are going to pay us.
I get it, man, but...
You should be cheering for advertisements. Yes, more advertisements.
I get it, man. I just don't like it. So this is an actual news where this will probably get muted, or somebody's probably going to stake a claim to it, and then we're going to have to go into the original episode and chop it out of there like we did with MSNBC. They laid claim to the whole... Remember, so we showed an MSNBC clip from Morning Joe. MSNBC laid claim to that, so it ended up taking the entire podcast off of YouTube. It's like a Gestapo.
Started
It took the whole
because of
podcast
this.
off?
Yeah, I think so.
That's weird. I don't think it did, though.
See, look at this. This video footage is way better than what we saw.
Yeah.
showing a man pulling a McDonald's employee by the shirt
Much higher
over
quality.
the counter.
I think it's
Even
just
though she was at
a
work,
better quality
you know,
of it.
it's a
It hadn't been,
limit
like,
to how much
compressed a bunch of times.
You think anybody
can take?
Brenda B. and Duty was
might
the
have
person
enhanced the
holding
original? You
phone,
really can't
watching
take
as
a
this fight
pixelated
began
video and make it.
escalating quickly.
Not r- I
She
mean,
says it
not
started
really.
when
This is
40-year-old
much better
Daniel
video than
Taylor
what we
walked
This
over
this
to
is
the
probably the
condiment bar
original
to grab a
video.
straw
Yeah.
at this
Yeah.
Whatever
McDonald's
we
on
saw
34th
was
Street
like
in St. Petersburg.
somebody ripped
was
it and
yelling
like
and
scaled it
walking
down.
toward the
And
counter.
you know how
Right.
people
And
don't
the
know how to
young
like.
lady behind the
Or they
counter
use their
Use
phone
video.
and
told him
put it on a
it's law
computer
now,
screen.
we're
Who
not
knows
allowed
what
to have
Yeah.
dumb people
straws
do?
Because it was horrid.
in the lobby.
That law does exist. Starting January 1st, the city told restaurants they can no longer leave plastic straws out on the counter.
Wait,
Oh yeah, did you hear what that was about? We'll go back.
Rewind this shit.
So
Showing
yeah,
a man pulling a McDonald's employee by the shirt over the counter.
Even though she was at work, you know, it's a limit to how much these employees can take.
Brenda B. and Duty was the person holding the phone, watching as this fight began escalating quickly. She says it started when 40-year-old Daniel Taylor walked over to the condiment bar to grab a straw at this McDonald's on 34th Street in St. Petersburg.
He was yelling and walking toward the counter, and the young lady behind the counter told him that it's the law now, we're not allowed to have straws in the lobby.
That law does exist. Starting January 1st, the city told restaurants they can no longer leave plastic straws out on the counter, and by 2020, they'll no longer be allowed to hand them out. B. and Duty says Taylor refused to accept that answer, reaching over the counter and grabbing the worker.
So they're banning straws
she had
there?
to do
Yes.
what she was doing.
And,
you know,
we'll-
she was.
we'll dive
she was
into that in a
petite
second.
Girl,
Jeez.
and you know, I just felt she did the right thing.
Police say on his way out, Taylor also kicked another employee in the stomach.
Hold on, I'm gonna pause this real
McDonald's
quick.
allowed the employees to-
let's go back to that still.
First off,
You look at the camera and make your best impression of this guy. Hold on, I could probably do a pretty good one. Okay. And what were we gonna say?
I don't know. I don't know. Just continue.
First off,
stomach.
You're just mind-boggled that
McDonald's wouldn't
straws are
allow
illegal?
employees to
Well,
talk,
that,
but sent a
like,
statement
like,
saying,
dude,
quote, "Our
God,
highest
why didn't that
priority
dude
is
just go
always
and beat the
safety
shit
and
out of that
well-being
guy?
of our
Right.
employees and customers at our restaurants." B and
You'll
Duty
lay
is
hands
happy
on a
her
woman,
video could
like-
help police
Like, are you
catch
shitting
Taylor.
me?
And
I don't know what
look.
was in his
Hold
mind.
on. You can see the look at the employee's face that
don't know
comes
what
up
was in his
behind her.
mind.
He's laughing, but then look at the watch the look on his face.
He's like, Shaquita,
Well-being
man,
of our
I've been
employees
telling you.
and customers at our restaurants.
Watch this.
B and Duty is happy her video
Look, he's laughing. He's
helped
like,
police catch Taylor.
but then he's just like,
I don't know what
he's
was in his
smiling. He's like, come on, man, get away from this. And then all of a sudden he's like,
get help that he needs.
well, he's trying to drag her away from him instead of jumping over her and beating his ass.
Believe that Taylor may
Oh, yeah,
have
that-
been
he's
gonna
intoxicated
move, dude.
when
He's
this
moving
incident
because he's
happened.
gonna be
In
the
St.
joke of the
Petersburg,
town.
Heather Lee, ABC Action News.
I mean, like, if he would have lost his job if he would have done that, but
Who cares?
I know it's just McDonald's, but yeah.
Who
I mean,
cares?
why didn't like a
Getting married?
A customer,
Get 50% off tickets to Portland's most attended
like,
must-see
jump in there and
wedding
go,
event of the
"Come
year,
on."
the Portland Bridal Show, January 12th and 13th at the Oregon Convention Center.
Why is somebody sharing?
PortlandBridalShow.com.
How is this happening?
Daniel
How's this
Taylor
thing? Wait a
said he-
minute. I thought people couldn't tap your mic. Untap it. Those two are reversed. Damn it! I'm gonna have to. Squirrels control the world.
What's going on? Hi, everybody. I know you can't see me, but hi.
Hoax not negotiable. Posted a link. I thought we didn't have linksable
Is Night
posts.
Boss.
yeah, we do. That's, I mean, whatever.
Happy Flat Earth New Year. He must watch the show once in a while.
I don't believe in flat Earth.
Hoax not negotiable. Who you be? Who you be? That's funny. That's funny right there.
I am a disembodied voice.
What?
Good.
You what?
I'm a disembodied voice
Why?
because I don't have a face.
You don't need a face, dude.
I know, right? It's great.
We just make sure he stays nice and far away from the.
Okay, nobody wants to see this. It's fine.
How much time did I have to spend just trying to make sure our cameras were frickin' working yesterday?
No, just leave it. Just leave it.
No, leave it. I don't want people to see my face. I'm tired.
That's your excuse every day.
It's true every day.
So how about you just
That's right. Deal with it. Good morning, Anthony.
Good morning, Julia.
I built these microphones with my own 2 hands.
I built this face with my own 2 hands. That's why it's so ugly.
Hey, thanks, Sean. Sean's donating
Real-life
to our
donations.
internet fund. We have to. We got to pass a bucket. We pass a benevolent offering on the table because nobody ever gives us donations in the channel. We do get bits though. We do get cheers, and that does keep us going.
On a scale of North Korea to America, how free could which one's really more free though?
Neither one. That means we're tied up.
Yeah.
So there's a few. Speaking of North America, we're gonna get into a story that's close to it. I mean North Korea. Okay. We're gonna get into a story that's close to it, but first, released 22 hours ago, this article is on a major news website that I'm not gonna name because they made us take down one of our our YouTube videos not too long ago because we played a small clip from one of their broadcasts. So the headline says IRS can't pay tax refunds during partial government shutdown.
Oh, yeah.
So all of the people that are waiting for your refunds, you may be waiting.
You could say their name.
It's
for a lot
only gonna
longer.
be a few days.
I know. I just don't want to give them credit because I'm disgruntled at MSNBC right now.
Well,
MSN right now.
You should definitely call them out because it's called fair use, you sons of bitches.
The shutdown ended last night, didn't it? Or technically?
No.
I thought they
Look at those cheers from Mom.
So the Democrats got together and they came to an agreement that yes, we will put $15 billion into.
1.3 billion.
I think your numbers are wrong because I read it this morning, and it was 3 times as Trump wanted. Let me finish. Okay, let me finish.
I think
Trump.
Sorry.
Trump wanted $5 billion to go towards the wall as a down payment for the wall. The Democrats said no, but they approved a 3 times larger amount to go to foreign aid. So
Okay, yeah, they said they'd give 1.3 billion for border security, is what I heard. I didn't hear that part.
man, Hoke's not negotiable. He's got some cool stuff. Like he can post like links that I didn't know that people could do. Not that I'm mad at. I don't care.
What's going on?
But even his he's got puppies instead of triangles for his bit emoji.
He's just way better than us.
I haven't seen that before.
You're way better than us, Hope.
I'm cool with that though. I'm cool with that.
Why is my chat not working or nothing?
15
Sometimes you got to go back out and back in.
15
It's goofy.
viewers.
So the article reads, taxpayers who file early in the tax season might not receive their refunds in a timely manner because of the partial government shutdown that began on December 22nd, according to the Wall Street Journal. If the shutdown continues, that could mean a delay in billions of dollars of income tax refunds, the Journal's Richard Rubin reported. I wonder if he calls himself Rick Rubin. That'd be cool. I'd like my name to be Rick Rubin. During the shutdown, the IRS has lost funding and is operating with around 12% of its employees, according to Rubin. While it can process tax returns, keep systems running, and conduct criminal investigations, it can't run audits, answer off-season taxpayer questions, or allocate refunds, he reported. The IRS typically begins...
Whoa. Your mom does puppies too.
Oh!
Yeah, you can change up the donation things.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah, there's other ones.
See, people are teaching me new stuff about this stuff every day. I'm a learner.
I can't log into it.
You can't? You froze out?
The chat, it shows you the stream, but I can't.
Your chat froze, so you got to completely back out of the stream and go back into it.
I closed the app and everything.
Okay. If the shutdown is resolved in a few weeks, it might not affect taxpayers, but the current situation increases the likelihood of a delay in refunds, which could put pressure on reaching a deal, Rubin wrote. But if a deal isn't reached anytime soon, people who need the refunds are most likely to be affected. For many Americans, the tax refund is the single largest financial event of the year, and the people who tend to file early in the season are taxpayers who count on large refunds to pay down debt, catch up on bills, or make major purchases, Rubin wrote. Those are disproportionately low-income households that benefit from the Earned Income Tax Credit and other provisions that give them no income tax liability or a net benefit from the income tax system. Former IRS Director of Legislative Affairs, Floyd Williams, told Rubin that wealthier taxpayers typically file later and shouldn't be affected to such an extent. This all comes during a year when many American taxpayers should be expecting bigger refunds than normal under the new GOP tax law that went into effect in 2018. Analysis by UBS estimated that an increase in overall tax refunds of between $42 billion and $62 billion this year, Business Insider previously reported. The bank found that married filers with 2 children would see the biggest boost in their refunds for 2018 compared with 2017, particularly those making between $125,000 and $400,000 and those making under $40,000 a year. So if you make between $40,000 and $125,000, you really don't get that big of a boost. If you're middle class, you're just fucked. What?
That's only for married filers, though.
Right.
So even if you're filing single and you're making less than
it's not going to change much at all.
You're losing money.
Yeah. Okay. I wasn't sure.
Yeah, you end up owing the standard deductible got higher, I believe. So you it's not okay.
Shout out to Dan. Sorry, shout out to Dan for subscribing 2 months in a row.
Heck yeah. Hey. Good job. Hey. Appreciate that.
However, single filers and residents of higher tax locales like New York and California might see smaller refunds under the new tax law. The new tax law was already projected to increase the risk of a delayed start to the 2019 filing season, according to the IRS. Plus, there are some new changes for taxpayers to watch out for. Now, my mom has been a tax preparer, or was a tax preparer, for many, many years, and she keeps trying to remind people that there was a similar tax restructure during the presidency of Ronald Reagan, and everybody was really excited that they were going to get more money back until they filed their taxes at the end of the year and ended up owing a lot more than they normally do or not getting any refunds at all. So then they were going back to my mom and being like, well, you did something wrong because last year I got X amount, this year I'm not getting shit.
Oh, man. 100 bit.
Oh, dropping 100 cheers.
Thank you.
So I was thinking about it. All these people saying the only good thing Trump has done is fix the taxes, you're all wrong. Like, that he didn't fix taxes for anyone.
He did for the rich, for the wealthy, and the corporations.
Yeah. So, congratulations.
Yes, Ginny, this is live. Ginny Artemis asked, "Is this live?" Yes, this is live.
It is live.
Anytime that we don't run reruns on Twitch. We have, but we don't do it very often. So anytime you see us on Twitch, it is live.
Otherwise, we're hosting people.
Yes. We do a lot of hosting, a lot of viewing. Test 1 2. Mic check 1 2. The check is in the mail.
And then if you want to watch segments and show
really?
Later, you can.
It's not because the IRS is shut
on YouTube, where you can, by the way, get free Amazon gift cards starting next week. So, FYI.
I just wanted to point out when the government shuts down, it doesn't. Yeah. Okay. When
I was pointing.
I see that. When the government shuts down, none of the stuff that would be convenient for us gets shut down. Just the stuff that's convenient for the government.
Well, one of the shittiest things about it is like places like parks and recreation get shut down. So
so parks turn to garbage and get destroyed
if they don't close their gates. Luckily, a lot of parks have gates on them, so they close their gates so people can't go in. But if they don't have gates on them, then people just go and leave these mountains of garbage in, and who's going to clean it up?
Mountains of drugs.
Right.
Used drugs.
Ocasio-Cortez tax plan creates 82.7% top income tax rate for New Yorkers. I'm not very familiar with that. Good morning, Duane Johnson. Good morning, you Big D.
Are you coming over here, Big D?
Are you coming over, Big D?
You won't get here in time.
Shawn, here's something that might be of interest to you. Moving right along. This was posted January 4th at 10 a.m. Updated January 4th at 1:26 p.m. And it was posted on a blog of one of my absolute favorite news reporters.
Who's that?
Rachel Maddow. And I love her because of the way she'll take things and put them together to paint a picture before she dives into the story. So by the time she gets into the story, you have no room to say that's not true. And even if there is a reason to say that's not true later on, she will come out and openly correct herself. I've seen her do it time and time again, and I absolutely admire that. But anyways, NASA raises eyebrows with invitation to sanctioned Russian. For many years, NASA has welcomed foreign officials to the United States in the hopes of advancing international cooperation, and traditionally these visits haven't been especially notable. But Politico had a report this week that stood out for a reason. A Trump administration official's plan to host a sanctioned Russian nationalist in the U.S. in the coming months is raising alarms among Russia hawks in Washington. NASA Administrator Jim Bridenstine extended an October invitation for his counterpart, Dmitry Rogozin, to visit NASA headquarters in Houston in early 2019. U.S.-Russia space cooperation is nothing new, but Rogozin is no typical rocket science technocrat. He is an ultra-nationalist politician with a record of stark racism and homophobia who is under American sanctions, which typically bar him from entering the U.S. Over his 2014 role as deputy prime minister in Moscow's annexation of Crimea. Bridenstine, a former GOP congressman whose nomination to lead NASA never really made any sense, and invited the controversial Russian with a history of anti-American rhetoric to speak at Rice University, the NASA director's alma mater. The news was first reported in Russia's state news agency. Evelyn Farkas, the former Deputy Assistant Secretary of Defense for Russia, Ukraine, and Eurasia in the Obama administration, told Politico the invitation is appalling, adding, "It's utterly inappropriate given who he is and the fact that he is on our sanctions list." Asked about Rogozin's upcoming visit to the United States, Heather Conley, a Russia expert and director of the Europe program at the Center for Strategic and International Studies, added, "Wow, Rogozin is well known for his very destructive public comments about the U.S. What is difficult for me to understand is what is to be gained for giving a sanctioned individual a public platform. Some Senate Democrats not only share these concerns, they're prepared to act on them." Politico published a follow-up report last night. Nothing that sends Jean Shaheen, Democrat New Hampshire, and Robert Mendez, Democrat New Jersey, are prepared to block the sanctioned Russian nationalist from reaching American soil. This comes on the heels of similar reservations from Senator Mark Warner, Democrat, Virginia. The ranking member on the Senate Intelligence Committee, and Senator Ted Cruz, Republican from Texas. All right. There are some angles to the story that are not yet clear, starting with whose idea it was to invite Dmitry Rogozin to the United States in the first place. The update is NASA's press office issued a statement this afternoon that read, NASA has informed the Russian space agency Roscosmos that the proposed visit of Roscosmos Director General Dr. Dmitry Rogozin, currently planned for February 2019, will need to be postponed. A new date for the visit has not been identified.
Exciting.
Oh, yeah.
Who in the world is making these sort of decisions? That'd be like
our horrible, government.
So if
we're talking about the NASA,
right. Let's assume North Korea had some sort of expertise in nuclear physics, and Kim Jong Un.
Or else we'd all be dead.
Let's assume is what I said.
I know. I just thought it was funny.
Let's assume, okay, and let's assume for a moment that Kim Jong Un was a brilliant nuclear physicist, and UCLA was having a conference on nuclear theory and invited Kim Jong Un to UCLA to be a guest speaker at a conference.
Sounds fun.
It's about it. I mean, it's a little more extreme, but nonetheless. Catching up in chat. Hoax not negotiable said suspected Ebola case in Sweden is patient quarantined after vomiting blood. Investigation launched after patient in vegetative state gives birth? Huh. I have to look into that. Hey, Shawn, thanks for the host.
No problem.
Appreciate that. Now, before we get into the other thing, I am looking up right now where are plastic straws banned for your benefit, Shawn.
I was gonna say we got away from the plastic straw thing.
I know.
I like plastic straws.
I know.
A plastic straw ban is on the move as more cities and companies work to phase out the items. The following is a list of cities in that now have a plastic straw ban in place.
Why? There's no reason
because
for it.
apparently
All right.
they kill birds or
Well,
something.
before we get into the list,
Who cares?
Here's another report. Banning plastic straws sounds annoying, but here's why it's a fight cities must win. Okay? This was posted on Business Insider, and some of the interior headlines say Starbucks announced on Monday that it plans Starbucks announced on Monday that it plans to eliminate single-use plastic straws globally by 2020. Last month, McDonald's said it will start testing plastic straw alternatives at select U.S. locations this year. The announcement comes amid calls from environmental activists urging American cities and food conglomerates to ditch plastic straws. And the effort to ban straws may seem like misplaced energy relative to the scale of all plastic waste, but it may serve as a litmus test for similar bans in the future.
I'm always okay.
You all right?
Artemis. Well,
dude in the red hoodie, you all right?
I'm exhausted half the time.
Yeah.
I'm good.
He's always tired.
I actually got like 6 hours sleep last night. That's
a
record.
lot more than me.
That is a record for me. I don't think I've slept 6 hours since I was a baby.
Nice. Since you were a baby. So, Shawn, to answer your question, the article reads, 2 of the largest food conglomerates are moving toward ditching single-use plastic straws. On Monday, Starbucks announced that it will eliminate plastic straws globally by 2020. McDonald's said last month that it plans to test plastic straw alternatives at select U.S. locations this year. In the UK, the fast food giant has already decided to adopt biodegradable paper straws by 2019.
Those are terrible.
Hold on. And Bon Appetit Management, a food service company with 1,000 U.S. locations, announced last May that it's phasing out plastic straws as well. Meanwhile, several American cities have enacted their own bans or have proposals in the works. In 2012, Miami Beach banned hotels from serving straws because they were ending up on the sand and in the ocean, threatening marine life.
The Marines will figure it out.
the Marines?
They're gonna blow up the. They're gonna shoot the giant.
I was talking about the fish.
Dan, shout out Chunko making a hail up in this bitch.
Itty bitty tiny fish brains. They'll figure it out.
Yes.
Okay.
So Fort Myers, Florida, Seattle took the same steps in January 2018. New York City, as well as cities in Hawaii and California, have pending straw ban legislation too. Much of the reasoning behind the straw bans is environmental because plastic straws are tiny and take up more than 400 years to biodegrade.
I call bullshit on that.
I don't. They commonly slip through the cracks of cities' waste recycling processes, clogging ponds, rivers, and oceans. And unlike their plastic counterparts like forks, takeout containers, plastic bags, etc., straws don't offer a purpose besides a bit of convenience. Which is true.
Yeah, it's true.
Oh, that's so not true. Their purpose is to make you drink slower.
No,
so
it's
drink
not.
and drive.
I finish my lemonade if I don't have a straw, and then I'm getting refills, and it saves the company's money.
But you know what? Also, it's more refreshing to drink without a straw.
Wait, what?
It's more refreshing to drink without a straw.
Maybe if it's like water.
Yeah,
Maybe
I
it's
know
anything.
you're not a big drinker, dude, but if you put like 4 straws in your AMF, you can suck that son of a bitch down quicker than you can drink it without any straws at all.
But
Guaranteed.
I don't even know what
That's a different thing. But like,
it's physics. But
it's not. It's just.
In addition, disposing of plastic waste costs cities a lot of money. New York City, for example, spends at least $10 million a year to transport plastic, which includes straws and bags, to out-of-state landfills. Not offering plastic straws or switching to metal ones saves food company money too. A growing plastic problem. Plastic straws make up a small fraction of all plastic waste. The most predominant types of plastic pollution are food wrappers and containers, which account for an estimated 31.1% of all plastic waste globally in 2017, according to a report from several environmental groups. That's followed by plastic bottle and container caps, 15.5%, bags, 11.2%, straws and stirrers, 8.1%, beverage bottles, 7.3%, and takeout containers, 6.3%. Out of all the plastic that ends up in the ocean, straws comprise that's hard to say for some reason. Straws comprise 4% of that waste, according to a 2018 study from a group of Australian scientists.
We should just send all our trash to space, like I suggested.
To the sun.
Yeah.
That's not cost effective. You know how expensive.
But
your
it's
trash
world
bill.
effective.
Can we just compact the trash?
$50,000 a month in trash.
Can we compact the trash into a like?
You're gonna spend that much?
Oh, I'm not. But I
That's
think
what your
if
bill is
we-
gonna
if
be.
we- If everybody had it, I don't think.
You know how expensive it is to launch a pound of trash into space right now?
I mean, no.
It's about over $3,500 a pound.
So we all have to use less trash.
That's what it would cost it.
That's what it costs us.
Hey, chaotic! What up, man? Thanks for joining.
It costs $3,500 per pound to send into
separate
space.
straw garbage cans.
And that's
I think that's one thing that they were considering.
And that's the cost. Real quick, that's the cost to send something into orbit.
But here's the biggest deal.
Sun, way more.
Anytime you go into a fast food joint and you get a soda with a straw, what do you do with that cup when you leave?
I throw it at Anthony.
Most people refill it and take it with them.
I don't.
I do.
Most people do.
I do because I'm fat.
So having a straw collection plate isn't good.
Chaotic?
Yeah, chaotic. Having a straw.
Oh wait, hold on. About the convenience thing. How do you drink in the car if you don't have a straw?
You're not supposed to drink in the car.
That's my whole thing. Is like, how am I supposed?
You're not supposed to. It's not illegal to unless you're.
Yes, it is.
No, unless you're driving recklessly, it's not. It's a secondary offense that they can only get you for.
Yeah, I think
only
Anthony's
illegal if
right
you
on the secondary part.
If you commit another crime with it.
It also probably depends on where you're talking about.
So are you saying they can't pull you over for it?
No. I've never been pulled over for drinking. I've eaten and drinking right in front of a cop
they can't
every morning.
Unless you're committing another crime like fucking around on your phone or swerving or going super fast.
Or mooning the officer out your
I don't
driver's
know if that's
window.
a crime. That's probably a crime.
Then he can also tack on the drinking. So if you're drinking and mooning the officer,
Then it's if you're not moving, it's also not illegal.
So if it's in park, you could be
So, yeah,
drinking
if
your
it's parked.
beverage and mooning the officer.
I don't know if you can be mooning the officer, but you can definitely be drinking. Or if you're at a stoplight.
So it depends on where you're at, because there are definitely a lot of reports of people.
It's a secondary.
I'm sure there's lots of places that there's stupid laws on stuff. It's probably
this
illegal
is in
to
St.
breathe
Paul.
too hard in some places.
Minnesota.
Yeah.
Everybody,
Yeah, I don't care to look it up right now.
Everybody go out and drink in front of a cop and see what happens.
Like soda.
Yeah, soda, not
Or
alcohol.
water, or
and while you're driving.
or milk. Drink milk.
And then report back. We're not paying your
Out of a straw.
fines, but you can. We just want to know what your
global science experiment right
Yeah.
now. Don't do it in North Korea.
So now that you know why there's a plastic straw ban, they are definitely banned in Alameda, California, Berkeley, California, Carmel, California, Davis, California, Malibu, California, Manhattan Beach, California, Oakland, California, San Luis Obispo, California, Richmond, California, Edmonds, Washington, Seattle, Washington, Monmouth Beach, New Jersey, Fort Myers, Florida, Miami Beach, Florida, and Vancouver, Canada.
They have metal straws at fancy restaurants in Seattle.
I've heard about that.
And they
I don't-
just wash them. And
I want glass straws.
That sounds horrible. Those would break.
Depends on what kind of glass you're using.
Hey, chaotic, handle your business, man.
Oh,
sometimes the glass
Not worried
are
about
very,
that.
very
so I don't know if you guys heard, but
strong.
the Marriott was hacked, and they originally claimed 5.25 million unencrypted passports were stolen.
Wait, Marriott Hotel? What were they doing with the passports on hand? Like, in their system?
Database, yeah.
Okay.
So,
like, they have that many passports just
yeah, they're
chilling?
just in a vault. Somebody broke in, sold
So somebody could be printing fake passports with that information and putting other people's pictures on them, so people
Sure, but the issue with it isn't that.
probably
The
not
issue with it is the government agencies that use those and use those hotels and use those as alternate IDs and stuff.
Okay.
And now all that is breached. So the FBI is leading the
Why
investigation.
government employees using passports as alternate IDs?
They have fake passports.
Government officials have fake passports? Why?
CIA?
Oh,
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
for sure. Yeah, like.
I thought you were talking about
FBI
like
undercover
senators
people?
and
No, I don't. I mean, honestly, I don't think they would care. Like,
right.
that it doesn't affect them as much. I mean, somebody might be using their identity, but they're like, "Oh, this guy's a senator. This is fake." But
True. Yeah, that's a very good point.
But yeah, so oh, it's really bad. Like, I'm glad I don't travel.
I almost cheered 100,000 bits.
Well,
that would be great.
That would be lovely. That would be lovely.
$1,000.
Yeah.
I bet you don't have that many bits to cheer with.
No, I don't.
I bet most people don't have that many bits to cheer with.
I have been on streams where people have gotten those kind of cheer numbers from people, though.
From single?
Well, probably not at one time. Yeah, probably over a time period, but
probably like 1,000.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Yeah, and then so.
Good morning, doggy.
Kind of horrifying to me.
What?
Is that our new thing?
You're confusing me. What?
Like saying, "Good morning," insert name here.
No, we just started doing that today.
Oh, well, is that our new thing?
It could be. But we're just copying someone else.
It's Friday, so we're just being extra goofy today because that's what we do on Friday. Good morning, Friday.
What is that?
So Paul is learning Discord and trying to like get.
No, I knew it was Discord. I was wondering.
Discord's like Discord evidently is kind of like Reddit. It's like a forum, basically.
I just use it to talk to people.
I know, but it's like a forum, basically.
I use it to talk to people. I've never used it as a forum.
But that's the way it's designed. Like, as far as it's laid out.
Yeah, I've never used it like that.
You have to use it. That's the only way to use it like that.
I just talk to people, like voice chat and voice group call things.
Oh, okay.
I don't make new. I mean, I know there are tabs. I have Discord. I'm in a bunch of groups. I don't use them though.
I haven't really dived into it yet.
No, I'm.
But Paul's gonna teach me.
It's very.
He's become expert on it. Like
it's really not very easy though, because there are so many pieces. If you get into some of these bigger groups, there are so many little pieces too.
I'm in a magic one that has like 40,000 people.
Oh, by the way,
you do everything better than anybody else. But can you let somebody fucking talk for once?
Just a couple.
Fuck you, Friday.
Yeah.
There's some of these groups have a lot of different categories and a lot of different pieces, and you have to get to a certain level to be engaged in some of these. It's like opening pathways. So in order to do that, you have to get to certain levels. That's the part that gets confusing, because if you're in multiple groups, they all have their own rules. So it's really not that easy. If you're in just one group, sure, it might be.
Yeah, I'm in.
Yeah.
Jeez, Shawn, you sure are cheer happy today.
16. That's a weird number.
You're awfully.
He's just very cheery.
What the funk is going on?
Cheer it up.
Cheer it up. What did you pick? Is this a girl waving?
Yeah. It's like, hey guys. Hey guys.
This is pissing me off, man.
I'm sorry them cheering so much.
No, not you. I'm trying to copy and paste trying to reach out to more social media.
$2 or was that?
Because I really want to try to get us up to 20 viewers before we
You've almost
log off
$2.
today.
Oh, you have cheered $2. $2.06. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. I've cheered 4 cents.
Yeah, your totals are $2.06, Shawn. I see that. So you were talking about like traveling and stuff. Traveling and stuff.
Stuff and things.
That's a great segue into the next segment that was somewhat relative to North Korea because it's a neighbor. This report came out January 3rd, yesterday at 2:05 p.m. And this website's going slow.
Came out yesterday at what time? I guess we're waiting.
2:05 p.m.
2:05 p.m. Cool.
Yes. So I'm closing other windows because for some reason BusinessInsider.com is really slow this morning. Hey, Jeff in the Box, what's happening?
That sounds like a Jack in the Box, but it sounds wrong.
Yeah, it's Jeff in the Box, man.
Jeff in the Box.
Thanks for tuning in.
Jeff, whose box are you in?
I want to know if Jeff comes out the box.
So the headline is the U.S. government is warning Americans that if they visit China, they may not be able to return home.
Well, I mean, what are you going to do? Just get stuck in, like, the airport?
Live in China?
The U.S. State Department has issued a travel advisory urging Americans to exercise increased caution when traveling to the People's Republic of China. The State Department's elevated travel advisory is out of concern that China may arbitrarily enforce local laws and detain U.S. citizens without cause. The advisory also indicates that U.S. Chinese citizens or American of Chinese heritage are especially vulnerable to additional scrutiny and harassment. Chinese authorities have asserted broad authority to prohibit U.S. citizens from leaving China by using exit bans, sometimes keeping U.S. citizens in China for years, the State Department said in its advisory.
That's why you sneak over the China wall.
No, I am very Chinese.
So racist.
Such a dipshit.
So that's why you sneak over the Great China Wall.
Jeff said I used to work at J-Box, so I'd fuck with people saying, welcome to Jeff in the Box. My name is Jack. According to the advisory, China tends to use these exit bans in a coercive manner to compel U.S. citizens to participate in Chinese government investigations, to lure individuals back to China from abroad, and to aid Chinese authorities in resolving civil disputes in favor of Chinese parties. In addition, the State Department said Americans find out about these exit bans only when they try to leave China, and they aren't notified how long the bans will last. The advisory also said that Americans affected by the exit bans have been harassed and threatened by authorities. U.S. citizens may be detained without access to U.S. consular services or information about their alleged crime, the State Department said. U.S. citizens may be subjected to prolonged interrogations and extended detention for reasons related to state security.
So I should talk like a Brit and they won't detain me.
Possibly.
Just from Australia.
Security personnel may detain and or deport U.S. citizens for sending private electronic messages critical to the Chinese government, the agency added. The new China travel advisory is a level 2 advisory, which urges increased caution. A level 1 advisory suggests travelers exercise normal precautions, while a level 3 advisory urges Americans to reconsider travel. A level 4 advisory recommends that Americans avoid traveling to a particular country. Other countries or regions with a level 2 advisory include Algeria, Antarctica, Belgium, France, Germany, Denmark, Myanmar, and the United Kingdom. So, now, call me a conspiracy theorist if you want, but usually when this happens, it's a country saying we want all of our residents to come home, and usually if that's going to happen, it kind of is an indication that there may be a whole lot of tension that may lead to some sort of war case. But I might just be a theorist.
Of conspiracy?
Remember, it was about a year ago when all of the Russian nationalists and Russian government was urging all of the Russian citizens that were studying abroad in the United States to get on a plane and fly home. It was speculated by the State Department that they thought that there might be reason for Russia and America to go to war. So,
well,
this is kind of a predetermining factor. May not be, but why else would China be trying to hold on to American citizens?
To eat
and
them
isn't Russia holding on to one?
I mean,
right
Chinese
now?
people eat cats, so I mean, I don't know why they wouldn't eat humans.
Well, as we've discussed on this show a few days ago, American people eat all kinds of things too.
But we don't know what we eat.
We eat roadkill.
We eat roadkill. It's legal in Oregon
and
now.
Raw McDonald's.
Raw McDonald's, that's true.
We also eat
which
squirrels.
is only half.
This tastes funny. It's good though.
half meat, half
It's
grease.
Slightly cold.
A little bit of earthworm and mealworm mixed in.
Delicious.
Yum.
Yeah.
Mom said Russia needs to grab one to trade for Maria Butina. See, and I wonder that nobody said it, but Russia did. They're holding somebody prisoner right now.
Surprise.
And they're calling him a spy. American held in Moscow for spying, supposedly, is also British and Irish. The American former Marine who is being held in Moscow on spying charges also holds British and Irish ties. This was released January 4th, 2019, updated 29 minutes ago. Moscow. The American former Marine who is being held in Moscow on spying charges also holds British and Irish citizenship, officials said Friday, and Britain's foreign secretary charged that Russia is trying to use him as a pawn in its geopolitical games. Both those countries have asked that their diplomats be allowed to visit Paul Whelan, The news that Whelan holds citizenship in at least 3 countries adds complexity to an already murky case. Whelan, the 48-year-old global security director for a U.S. auto parts company, was arrested a week ago in Moscow. At that time, he was identified only as an American. Russian authorities have released no information about the charges against Whelan, who could face up to 20 years in prison if convicted of spying. Russian media reported Thursday that Whelan had been formally indicted for spying, and the Interfax news agency said he denied the allegation. So, yeah, I think he's just a pawn. They're holding on to him, and they're going to say, well, we'll give him back if you give us back Maria Butina, which is being held on the big Russiagate scandal.
Yep, that's about right.
That's
I would
all right.
be like, well, no, Trump wouldn't be this smart. Give over our guy first, then we'll send over yours.
I just saw an article. Let's see what this is. Comcast lies to customer to hide full cost of service. New lawsuit filed against Comcast details. Do you want me to send the link this? Let's send the link.
So, speaking of Comcast, I went in the other day, and I asked
To Comcast?
about, yeah.
Okay.
I asked about cheaper plans. Mine is like $170 a month. I apparently had triple play. Didn't know I had triple play until I went in. I thought.
So you do have TV service?
Yeah, I have TV, but I don't have a box to hook up. So, well, I have a box, but it's not. I can't hook it up because I don't have a thing in my bedroom. The
Coax.
yeah. And
So just run a cable.
from the living room to my bedroom, which
Yeah, why
is
not?
about 30 feet.
Yeah, well,
I don't have a coax that long.
I'm sure I have one here somewhere.
Okay.
Or just get rid of cable, like a smart person.
So that was what I was going to say. I talked about getting rid of it.
If you've got triple play, you're contracted in.
I mean, I am contracted in, but they said I could downgrade, but it would only be $10 less a month.
For just internet?
For the same internet I'm paying for.
Cancel, bitch. Not paying you.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
I mean, honestly, it's not bad. Like it's 100. It's like 130 plus all the device fees.
We want to drop our home security because somebody is at this house 24 hours a day. So we don't need it. We never, ever use it. We haven't used it since it was installed almost 2 years ago. And if we wanted to drop it right now, our bill would go up by $35. Where's the sense in that?
I don't.
Sounds illegal to me.
It does. It sounds
So
very
I shared
illegal to me.
illegal. Maybe some people should sue. A bunch of people should sue Comcast.
There, you know what? There was a petition for a class action that's going around. I have seen one. So
Some guy went to his brother's wedding as the guy who got kidnapped.
Come on, other companies, you guys got to need to start competing with each other. This is
Come on,
fucking,
Elon.
Like Google, Elon, yeah, there needs to be.
What happened to that Google Fiber thing they were trying to do for a while?
I don't know.
Like they were.
Whoa. Okay, so I thought I have to scroll up a little bit because Hoax Not Negotiable said investigation launched after patient in vegetative state gives birth. For some reason, I was trying to tie that to the Ebola case in Sweden. But this is literally a woman who has been in a vegetative state for over a decade gives birth.
Well, somebody fucked up.
Literally. Or fucked in. So.
That's going to be a fun investigation.
I mean, it'll be a really short one. They test all the employees who work there.
Yep, and they're going to do a DNA test, and somebody's going to get busted.
Yeah, I mean, the issue I have with this, well, the two issues I have.
There should be a few.
The two biggest issues, I guess. There are many, but
the biggest issue I have with it right now is that this is Insider.com has a huge banner ad at the top, and it doesn't go away until you scroll halfway down the page. But carry on.
A huge issue.
That's annoying.
Yeah,
as funk.
So the first issue that I think is the lesser of the two issues for me is how was she able to function and be pregnant and nobody noticed?
Well, I'm sure somebody noticed. I'm sure it got noticed at some point halfway through the pregnancy.
But not just, but all the other things that normally should be, don't they have to have nutrients and all the other stuff for a baby to be born?
They're feeding the baby.
They're feeding to, but that's not enough nutrients for two people.
I'm sure they probably upped shit. Not to mention the body's pretty fucking resourceful.
It's gonna start
And
eating
resilient.
itself.
Yeah. Yeah, but
So the headline reads: Police are investigating a possible.
That's only one issue.
just kick Anthony in the dick.
I'm lost now.
Continue reading.
Yeah, I'll remember it later.
Somebody
I'm
down
willing-
the road.
Maybe your questions will be answered in the article.
Someday somebody's gonna make like a thing of videos of Anthony interrupting.
God, that'd be great. Anyways,
Go ahead.
I remember now.
That'll just give me a reason to punch you in the fucking dick.
Like 2 hours.
Okay, go ahead. What's your before?
Alright, so
I don't want to be
the
interrupted
other
while I'm
issue
reading this.
is,
So
what pleasure does one get from this?
What pleasure is somebody?
Haven't you ever heard of necrophilia?
I was gonna say having sex with dead people.
I don't know why anyone would get pleasure from that either.
at least it's warm.
I mean,
People have all kinds of weird things that they're into. Like
well, and not only that, like
this is just the
it may not even be something somebody was into. Well, obviously it was something somebody was into, but not like. I don't mean
somebody
to
was
like.
definitely into something.
I don't mean it like that. We shouldn't be laughing at this, but it's funny.
It really shouldn't be funny.
It was probably an orderly who doesn't have an opportunity. Like maybe they don't have any game. They can't.
Or maybe the person going in the coma that was like in their like will or something like I want to become pregnant. Or, like maybe they're into that. And they like pre-planned it.
But a decade ago.
Yeah, I mean somebody writes weird stuff in their like will or whatever.
If
and,
I
like,
died, this person
if
can
I'm in
fuck
like
me.
If that will was
somebody impregnate me and have a baby. I want a baby when I'm in a
I don't think
coma.
that'd be a will though.
I mean,
even if they put in their will, I don't think it would be legally applicable.
probably not, but
Because
it doesn't mean
it's against the law.
People do things that aren't legal all the time. I'm just making up a big story right now, by the way.
Yeah.
Just
No,
adding
we're
to
making
the
conspiracy theories.
We're turning this
So
into
this lady.
It's
in her
Conspiracy
will,
Theory
may or
Friday,
may
ladies and
not
gentlemen.
Have had fuck me until I'm pregnant if I ever am in a coma.
Welcome to Conspiracy Theory
I'm
Friday.
going to put that in my
Hey,
my
Ben
will.
Comedy's here. What's up, man?
Hey.
I am really surprised to see Ben Comedy here because it seems like every single time I'm browsing through to see who's on and streaming, Ben Comedy is on and streaming. When do you sleep, bro?
He doesn't.
And you will be happy to know that Shawn has diligently been working on a new intro for us, so you can no longer pick on us for having the Animoto free trial label on our intro.
The one that's going to come out.
Notice that though. So that's
The one that's going to come out is going to be dope. It'll be premiering on Monday. Actually, it's already on our social media. It's actually technically been premiered.
Yeah.
So if you want to show,
You can't pick on us anymore, Ben Comedy.
You dicks.
Yo, dick. He said the video is fine. It's the assholes that are on the podcast behind the video that suck. So, police. Yeah, the watermark bugs me too, but it's $100. I'm not going to pay $100 just to remove the watermark when Shawn can do an intro on his own that's completely organic and custom. Police are investigating a possible sexual assault after a woman who has been in a vegetative state for over a decade gave birth. Police in Phoenix, Arizona are investigating a possible sexual assault after a woman in a vegetative state gave birth at a healthcare facility this weekend. The unnamed woman has been a patient at Hacienda Healthcare skilled nursing facility for at least a decade after a near drowning incident left her in a vegetative state, sources told Arizona's Family. A woman familiar with what happened, who asked to remain anonymous, told the local CBS affiliate that staffers at the facility had no idea the woman was pregnant until she went into labor on Saturday.
how?
How is that possible?
Oh, actually, hold on. So first off, if they're not looking for it, they're not.
Of course they're not.
No. So, but like, when some people are in hospitals and stuff, they can get like bloated shit.
Shawn, stop looking at me, Shawn.
But like, for example, like my mom when she was like in the hospital the last few months of her life, like her stomach got super bloated out from just ill like health issues. You know what I mean? Like
Okay.
not going into like
But she
super
wasn't in
graphic
like
detail.
a coma or anything, right?
No, but I mean,
So when they're in a
But I
coma,
mean-
they have a restricted diet that is
Yeah,
the
yeah,
same
but-
thing the entire
but
time.
ma-
There's
And
no
for a
reason-
decade.
Yeah, there's no reason for
Yeah.
any sudden weight change.
I mean,
Especially
who
if your
knows?
vitals are all still fine.
Your vitals can be fine, still have like, you know, different you could have gross, you could have like whatever. I mean, who
Ben
knows?
Company said, "Wait," they're just catching up on what we're talking about.
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously like probably a little out of the norm, but I mean, it's probably depending on how big she was. Say if she was really fat.
I guess if she was really fat, they might not have known.
But if she was really fat when she went into a coma as of a near drowning incident that left her in the vegetative state a decade ago, would she still be really fat?
She could be. Her body just could be retaining that.
I mean, the body doesn't metabolize.
Yeah.
It's not like she's exercising laying in a coma.
Oh,
But the body just
Ben Comedy said, "Wait, a woman in a vegetative state to a baby carrot? No, not a vegetative state, not a
vegetable.
It's a vegetable state."
Boom, boom.
We don't. Maybe. Do you think the baby was vegetative, or even alive?
Well, I'm sure the article's gonna tell us.
You should keep reading.
All right.
I'm interested now.
I'll go back. A woman familiar with what happened who asked her to remain anonymous told the local CBS affiliate the staffers at the facility had no idea the woman was pregnant until she went into labor on Saturday. From what I've been told, she was moaning, the woman said, and they didn't know what was wrong with her. The source said a nurse at the facility delivered the baby, who is alive and healthy.
Oh, that's...
Law enforcement immediately got involved to determine how this could have happened. The source said the patient required around-the-clock care and that many people would have had access to her room. Since the birth, the facility had instituted a new rule requiring male staffers to be escorted by a female staffer whenever they go into a room with a female patient, according to the CBS affiliate.
And now there's
oh my god! Okay,
pregnancies.
How about just put? Well, you can't put cameras like to invade the privacy.
They can put cameras though, because they're not like they have to put.
Ben Comedy said, "I'm sure the baby is currently just as veg as she is. I doubt the baby is up and running around chatting up the staff." Well, I doubt it too, since the baby was just born Saturday.
Yeah, I mean the baby's like 5 days old, 6 days old.
I mean, it still looks like a fucking alien. All babies look like fucking aliens.
He's not wrong.
No, it's not kind of like this is like that bothers me. The whole like now every male is like, oh, I'm the fucking bad guy.
Well, I mean,
I get it
until they.
I mean, they're all going to be guilty until proven innocent.
And I mean, they
because you know it was one of them.
In the room, but they have to get consent from the guardian.
Like everything is my fault as a single white male.
Hey, everything's my fault because I'm in blackmail. So
that. Like I gotta take on slavery. I'm the fault of that. I'm the fault of.
I'm a criminal.
Of the Me Too movement. I'm the fault of everything. Like, come on.
Yeah.
See, this
what
feels
else?
like that.
You know what else, Sean?
You know what I mean?
You know what else? You're an abusive man.
So to continue,
up your girlfriends.
Yeah.
A spokesman for Hacienda Healthcare, which cares for about 2,500 people in Arizona, said in a statement to AZ Family that they cannot comment on patients or the investigation, but added that, quote, "Our patients and clients' health and safety is our number one priority." It is now. The CBS affiliate reported that the Arizona Department of Economic Security also released a statement saying they dispatched a team to the center to conduct health and safety checks on all of the residents, and Phoenix Police Sergeant Tommy Thompson confirmed that the matter was under investigation.
All right, new question.
Wait, disclaimer.
So this girl
Immaculate Conception.
From almost drowning. Why would
Immaculate Speculation?
Wouldn't there just be like, I don't want to. If she was a heffalump, as Sean implied, was possible, from them not knowing, why would he have chosen her?
My God.
I just saw his chat.
Well, I'm going to read. There's still the last part of the article that says, if you worked at the facility, this sounds like one of those drug campaigns. If you've taken XRL Daku, you may be involved in a class action lawsuit. So this says, if you worked at the facility or have a loved one who is a patient and would like to speak out, please contact the reporter at acoleman@businessinsider.com. So Ben Comedy said the silver lining is that with the inability to yell, she will be a better mom than most. You know, yes.
I mean, if
for most parents,
she might be like a less mean mom, but I still don't think she's going to be doing much momming.
For the parents in today's day and age, yelling is all they're allowed to do. can't spank your kid anymore because the kid goes to school and said, Mom spanked me last night. So the teacher, who probably also spanks their children, calls CPS, and all of a sudden there's an investigation.
I only got spanked twice.
I couldn't tell you how many times my ass got whooped.
Yeah, I lost count.
I was a bad kid, but like after I got in trouble, I stopped doing whatever they did, and they didn't punish me.
I didn't get spanked.
The first time I did the bad thing, they just told me not to do it again.
I didn't get spanked. I got assaulted.
I hit the cheer button before you said that. I promise. I just happened to hit it just out of nowhere, and you said I didn't get spanked. I got assaulted. So the cheer was already in progress as you were saying that.
Sure it was.
Let's just make that.
It's okay.
Happy Friday. It's gonna be a long day.
Beat up Shawn. He loves being assaulted. It's from his parents.
It's gonna be
like
apparently you're the one that loves being assaulted, dude.
Loves is not.
You know, I did tweet. I did put out that tweet to Mayweather the other day, and nobody has responded yet. So he doesn't even want. Man,
I think he thinks.
So wait, no.
Put out a new tweet.
I think he's like, I'm not gonna hit. I mean, this dude will just die if I breathe on him because he's like.
I'm already broken.
Yeah, I was gonna make a reference.
I doubt he's
to
even caught wind of the tweet, but if he has, he's like, yeah. And what do I get for it? He gets $1,000 if I punch him. What's in it for me?
You get to punch a chump.
He feels like everybody he gets in a ring with is a chump.
Yeah,
I don't know, man. He almost
he's like
lost
girls beat this guy up.
Well, anybody should almost lose to Pacquiao. That should have been a fair fight.
I mean, let's be real here. I didn't get beat up by a girl. She pushed me over on wet stairs.
Well, according to her, it never happened, but I'm no.
Oh, I heard she said that.
Oh my goodness, it's ridiculous. You guys' shit is ridiculous.
Boot her. I haven't said anything.
No, it's not even.
It happened.
Boom.
I'm not gonna boot her over it because I wouldn't boot anybody else over it, and just because I'm friends with you, I'm not gonna be like biased. I'm just.
But if she's still talking trash, I only made one post.
It's not even talking trash. We'll talk about it after the podcast. We don't need it on this show.
Yeah, Anthony.
Yeah, Shawn.
I didn't bring her up.
Yeah, you did.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
I just said you got beat up by girls.
Hey, Shawn. Louder.me has a post that says win $1,000 with your music. Apply for tournaments now. Cool. So you submit your music into these tournaments, and people basically vote on your music, and if it gets passed up to the next level, you could win money.
Yeah, cool.
That's neat.
Hey, so we can talk about discuss
we talked about
hey Ben Comedy, thanks for the cheers.
What the fuck was it?
Good morning, Ben Comedy.
Good morning, Julie.
National Geographic kicking Star Talk off the air.
Yeah.
So a little update on Neil deGrasse Tyson. I don't know if you want to pull up the article or do you want to look it up? I actually have an article right here.
I just want to know what happened with Neil deGrasse Tyson.
You can read it. You want me to read it?
No, it's all right. Well, I mean, I'll just summarize it. You do a better job of reading it. You don't want me reading out loud.
No, I do. That's
no, you don't.
It might
Nobody.
take twice as long as well.
It'll take
Friday,
4
bro.
times as long, and I'll say the wrong words.
It's Friday, bro.
Yo, thanks for the cheers there, Ben Comedy.
Woo! That's one less than I just cheered.
Making it hail.
Why you gotta be one-upping him, bro?
Literally, no, he one downed me.
Making it hail up on this bitch. Okay,
Hey,
so are you gonna?
What's up, Nolan?
Good morning, Nolan.
Good morning, Nolan.
I had a wonderful time talking to you on Facebook last night.
I made this podcast for you, Nolan.
With my own two hands. We have a.
Don't go back to your ex.
Fan in the background. I made that fan with my own 2 hands.
Oh, I see how you do that now.
What?
Cheer with different emoticons.
Yeah.
Oh, did you pull up the article though?
No, I thought you were gonna read it, bro.
No, I'm not reading it.
Did you send the link?
Yes, I sent it in the group
You
chat.
son of a gitch.
Along with the other one.
I said son of a gitch, by the way.
Son of a gitch. What's a gitch?
I just didn't want to say
You
bitch.
450.
I don't want to call his mom a bitch.
You cheered.
It's not nice.
456 bits.
This is what would happen if we had him read an article.
Nolan said, "You made this podcast for me."
Yeah, why aren't you here?
I don't think she doesn't know the Good Morning Julia reference. Why does my camera so laggy? Look.
Mine's doing it.
No, yours
less
is
so.
not,
It was
not
doing
nearly
it
as
earlier.
bad. But we haven't had any dropped frames. How about that? Shawn, your camera's on point.
Of course it is.
I'm like Mr.
It's the best camera.
Oh my god. This guy acts like he knows shit about technology.
It is the best.
National Geographic pulls Neil deGrasse Tyson's Star Talk amid misconduct allegations. This was released January 3rd, 2019 at 12:05 p.m. by Michael Schneider on Variety. National Geographic Channel has pulled its long-running Neil deGrasse Tyson chat show Star Talk off the air, at least for now, following allegations of sexual misconduct against the famed astrophysicist. Star Talk will remain on hiatus as a Fox Network Group investigation into the multiple claims continues. In order to allow the investigation to occur unimpeded, we chose to hold new episodes of Star Talk until it is complete, a National Geographic rep told Variety. We expect this to happen in the next few weeks, at which time we'll make a final decision. Star Talk returned for its 5th season in November and had aired just 3 episodes out of a 20-episode order when new allegations against Tyson emerged. The website Pathos reported that 2 women had accused Tyson of inappropriate behavior. Bucknell University's Dr. Caitlin N. Allers claimed Tyson groped her at an event in 2009, while the former assailant, Ashley Watson, said Tyson made repeated inappropriate sexual advances towards her. This
is a reason why you don't go with network TV if you have any behaviors that might be considered inappropriate.
Concur.
Or just do it.
This wasn't the first time Tyson had been accused of misconduct. Musician Chaya Ahmet had claimed that Tyson raped her when they were both graduate students in the 1980s. Star Talk was scheduled to air original episodes through December and up until now, but hasn't been seen on National Nat Geo since November 26th. The Star Talk page on Nat Geo's website features the first 3 episodes of Season 5, but makes no mention of the show's current hiatus. The timing of the allegations put Nat Geo in a tough position. Not only had it just promoted the return of Star Talk, but its much-anticipated 13-episode series Cosmos Possible Worlds, the latest edition of the Cosmos revival, hosted by Tyson, is set to premiere on March 4th. Cosmos Possible Worlds will also air on the Fox Network, premiering on March 3rd, the night before its Nat Geo launch. With just 2 months before air, it would be virtually impossible for Fox and Nat Geo to replace Tyson on Cosmos. Not only does he narrate the series, but he's incorporated on camera throughout the show. Nat Geo has touched the fact that Cosmos Possible Worlds will air as a global event on National Geographic in 172 countries and 43 languages, making it an important centerpiece for the network. Should Fox and Nat Geo opt to part ways with Tyson, it would require time and effort to recut the show with the new host, such as, say, executive producer Seth MacFarlane.
Yeah, you can't really do it. I mean...
No, Nolan, not me. Anthony, maybe you.
Huh?
No, Ben Comedy said he would do it.
Do what? What are we doing?
Ben Comedy's doing it. Nolan said, anyone want to finish work with me so I can go home and sleep? I slept for an hour and a half, and I still have to go to work tonight, and work tonight is going to be very emotionally grueling, I think.
Yeah. I wonder how it was there last 2 days.
Legally, I could finish work
sure.
for you, but you'd have to give me the rest of your money. Like, I want the paycheck.
So, yeah, it's kind of...
Ben Comedy said, what? We're volunteering you to go work for Nolan Marie. I have my own shit to do.
Not anymore.
Now you get to go take care of other people's shit. Literally.
Yeah, so... It's a... I figured this was going to happen.
Of course. It was inevitable.
They were, like, trying to, like... I think the network was trying to, like, see if there was, like, quick ways to, like, discount the women so they could... I mean, because there's a lot of money involved in this.
Right.
A lot. Especially with with both shows. I mean, they're both different
Nolan
things.
said, I'm just a person who takes people out now. They usually call that a hitman, but whatever.
But like you watched Cosmos, the previous versions.
Yes.
So there is a ton of like green screen work and on set there's lots of shots, at least in the previous version,
right,
where he goes to locations that are like all over the world on top of all VFX that are happening. There's a lot of work that went into that show.
Right.
A lot. many, many months at least. And because I mean, what the show was like. Last one was what, 12 episodes, I think, something like that.
I don't have any idea.
8 to 12.
I can't say I've seen them all, but I have seen a good number of them.
I think there's like somewhere between 8 and 12.
I like them,
and they're like an hour long or 45 minutes long a piece or something like that.
Good morning.
And every single one is filled with VFX. So yeah, that takes a lot of time. But so there's a lot of money.
Yeah,
invested.
but all you need is the basic set drop and a green screen, and you could like put a new host in there real quick.
Yeah, maybe. Well,
I'm just kidding.
You might be able to.
I mean, it can be done, but
it's still going to be probably at least a month's worth of work.
And they've already put so much money into the series as it is.
Are you talking about Star Talk still?
Well,
Cosmos,
but both of them. Yeah. Star Talk doesn't really have that stuff. Star Talk's more like a podcast, kind of with, basically. But either way, there's a lot of money.
Ted Cruz is probably going to throw his hat in the ring for a bid for 2020.
I mean,
CNN
I feel like everybody probably should.
I'm throwing my bid in.
But the thing is, if Trump's running, I don't think they can do anything about it.
CNN just released a story that says GOP Senator Ted Cruz and Rep. Francis Rooney introduced a constitutional amendment to impose term limits on Congress.
Oh.
Isn't that the big platform that Bernie was running on, or one of the big ones?
How old do you have to be president? Is it 45?
46. 35? 35.
35,
okay.
I believe.
I guess I could run for president. Not going to.
You should. Nobody would vote for you, but just like go on a national tour.
Somebody would vote for me, I guarantee
I'd vote
it.
for you.
Yeah, see?
I wouldn't vote for you.
You're a jackass.
I wouldn't either.
But I guarantee you somebody would vote for me.
Wait, it depends. Yeah. It depends on like.
Oh no, you can't.
Somebody would vote for you. You're right.
Actually,
he can't.
Why?
His criminal history. He can't legally.
You can't.
Sure? If it's been
if you have a felony, you can't.
If it's been expunged.
Has it been expunged?
He can vote. No, he's got his voting rights back.
It doesn't matter. That's different.
But
anyone with a felony can't run for president.
Isn't there a time limit on that?
Felony. No, for presidency.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I wonder. Now we're going to Google it. I'm going to run for president just to change that law.
I don't know if that would work.
Can a former felon... You're going to run for president to change the law?
Yeah.
Can a convicted felon run for president? This doesn't exactly say that someone cannot run for president. It does say, however, that a person should be impeached upon conviction of a high crime, such as a felony. I would think, no, they cannot run for president.
So, yeah, it's kind of like a gray area, is what you're saying. So, yeah, why not? I mean, I didn't inhale.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I got it.
So, a question on Yahoo Forum said, can you run for president with a felony on your record? My teacher wants to know if I'm right because I wrote on my presentation to my class for the requirements to run for president that you can still run for president if you have a felony. I just want to know if I'm right. Thanks. And the best answer is, in order to qualify to run for any election, you must be registered to vote. Most states do not allow felons voting rights, therefore keeping felons from holding public office. Many felons are able to get their record expunged.
See, we already know that's false.
It depends on what state you're in.
Many states. Not all states.
Right. It says most states do not allow felons voting rights, therefore keeping felons from holding public office.
I don't think that's right, though. Huh?
Washington has...
Then it continues to say many felons are able to get their record expunged after a certain amount of time and can get their voting rights back. However, in politics, where anything that can be dug up and used against you and the chances of a felon being elected to any federal office is slim.
I think that now is proven that if you're like Donald Trump is a perfect example of bypassing a bunch of nonsense in his history.
But like
moral standards have been thrown out the window. That's
I mean, moral standards, sure, but technically he's never been convicted of
I don't think if you had somebody like that spoke like
well, here's the short answer.
A previous president
tried for high treason when he was trying to friggin'
to answer your question simply, you have to be registered in the party you are running for office in order to file for office. Technically, a felon would be with restored voting rights could probably file to run, However, getting elected to the office for president would be virtually impossible in our political climate.
When was that written?
Persons convicted of treason cannot ever hold public office again.
Well, isn't treason's penalty in the United States death?
It's imprisonment generally.
Yeah, not every state has the death penalty. It depends on what state you reside in.
High treason goes to a government court and is often death or Guantanamo Bay.
Right.
So,
most likely Guantanamo. Another short answer is yes, you can. There are only 3 qualifications to be president: age, and the other 2 dealing with citizenship. States may have a rule about their own legislature, but they cannot have laws for federal elections that go against federal rules.
I mean, I guess
for example,
Supreme ran for president.
A state that doesn't allow a felon to run for the state senate cannot keep a federal official with a felony from running. Side note, if a felon or someone with a crime is elected to Congress, Congress is allowed to have a vote to revoke that person. But that does not apply to the president.
I guess nothing really applies to the president, huh?
Unfortunately. As we've seen.
So we literally can't even indict him while he's in office.
So that means I could run for president.
Sure, you could run for president.
I don't expect to win.
Nobody expects you to win.
Well, you should probably register to vote first.
I mean, probably.
That would be.
I mean, that's a good start. Because until you do that, you really can't.
You could run on the
True,
platform.
but that's not really that hard to do.
Fuck the last guy. Fuck the guy before that. Fuck the guy before that. And fuck the guy before that.
Like Donald Trump was the president. So there's a deal on Amazon right now for a Samsung Evo 860 SSD drive for $68.40, 500 gig.
Really?
Hey Tom,
we need a couple of those. Nolan said I'll vote for you.
Boom! Look at that.
One vote.
I'm starting my campaign right now.
There you go, Kanye.
No.
This morning, Governor Jay Inslee of Washington reviewed the Marijuana Justice Initiative and is working on a gubernatorial pardon to have anybody that's got marijuana charges removed from their criminal records.
Good.
Big ups, Jay Inslee.
I mean, he's probably a stoner too.
Probably.
That's why he's so for this marijuana thing.
Probably.
He likes to smoke the marijuanas.
The marijuanas?
All the marijuana.
Boy, this is popping up everywhere. The Ocasio-Cortez suggests 70% tax rate for ultra-rich to help pay for Green New Deal. Yeah, I'm seeing that everywhere.
Oh, did you guys see? So Republican
Jay Inslee. Go ahead.
In regards to her.
Lean into the microphone if you're going to talk, please.
In regards to Ocasio-Cortez, Republicans have been trying to be like, oh, she's 28, she's just a millennial, and what I found a link last night of somebody like, oh, well, she's a commie and stuff, and then they posted a video from when she was in like high school of her dancing along to one of those popular songs in like 2010 or something, and they're like, look at how she dances like a friggin' commie.
Oh, the rooftop dancing? Yeah.
So
fucking
funny.
Stupid.
So funny.
Nolan said, I've been watching a lot of live PD, and it's funny to see people getting arrested for weed in other states. It's funny to me, too.
Nolan, I was arrested on live PD.
Not for them, but...
So what do you guys think of foldable smartphones?
Foldable smartphones? The new ones that are coming out?
The screens that are going to be... You can fold them.
Are they going to have a hinge?
So...
Or is it going to be, like, bendy? Because I'd be all for, like, a wavy, like... When you can roll up
like that. So
Samsung's
supposed to release.
I don't.
I'm gonna look it up.
Samsung's supposed to release a foldable phone this year.
Work?
The screen technology allows it to be folded, which I'm not jumping on the first generation of foldable screens, but I think in a few generations they could be pretty damn dope. I'm like worried about reliability, like
I feel like
over long term.
Yeah, like have to fold them
6 months,
or there will be like screen.
I think.
Damage.
I mean, I wouldn't mind one of these as like an auxiliary device to like my other devices.
Like this thing's huge. I'd like a small one. I know you want a tablet for a phone. I think you're insane.
Yeah, I would literally carry
I'm
around.
Ken Jacobus, and
if
I
I could use my iPhone
or Capital One,
like
an unlimited
iPad-sized device for a phone, I would.
I believe that.
But actually, this is a foldable phone like this would be perfect because it gives you both options in one device.
Are you serious?
Damn, now I'm kind of talking about it. I'm thinking like even more. So it's called the Galaxy F, Samsung Galaxy F. And then there's another Chinese company that already has one out. Or like a no-name Chinese company. I wonder how much that Galaxy F is going to cost. I bet you $1,500 for that phone.
There we go.
A new report says Samsung is working on a phone that turns into a tablet. We're running into a real problem as a society. We want phones with really big screens. However, our pockets aren't getting any larger. That might not be a problem in the future. According to the Korea Herald, Samsung is working on a phone with a flexible display that folds open into a 7-inch tablet. The report goes on to say the flexible phone/tablet combo would ship more than 10,000 units in the third quarter of 2017. So what are the odds of this report
They're
being
a little
true?
late.
I'd say pretty good, and here's why.
This
Samsung
is
demonstrated
old
a flexible
video.
high-resolution display
This is real
way
old.
back at CES in
That's a year old.
2013. That's also where they showed up the Edge concept that was adopted by the
And I'll show
Galaxy
you.
Note and the
Here's
Galaxy
the
S
here's the
series.
date right there
On top
behind
of
your
that,
screen.
Samsung demoed a television that could go from flat
Well,
to
that
curved.
video they were
That
just showing
product
in
never
this
made
video
it to
was
market.
2013.
Then there's this Samsung concept video from 2013.
They're like looking up old
In it,
shit from-
a tablet is folded in half
Yeah.
to become a more pocketable phone. This video probably gives us the best idea.
But
of
that's
how
essentially
Samsung
the same
would
idea.
design Such a device. Additionally,
Except
an
fold the
executive
other
from
way.
Here's
Samsung
the
Display
new one.
said
It looks a
the
lot
company
better.
would launch a flexible display for smartphones
Oh, wow.
that could be folded in half. That statement.
Well,
dates
I was
back
just trying to find some
2014.
fucking content to show our viewers, but fuck you both. Okay?
We were just commentating on the content.
Shut up, asshole.
That's what we're supposed to do. We're
You're
supposed to commentate.
You're not my friend.
Okay.
I'm taking you off my friend.
Yeah, this new one looks pretty interesting.
Are you gonna push me over and then deny it too?
And
It
then
looks like this does
deny
have
it.
a...
Not only am I going to deny it, I'm going to start putting on all over social media how much I miss you and I love you and
Wow.
how much I realize.
See,
that
that's how
you
little
were the,
I.
You were the
That's so
best thing that
gay.
happened to me. Nobody sent you screenshots of this stuff?
No, because I don't care.
Oh,
Yeah, you do. You talk about it all day long.
thank you.
I
Sean.
do?
Thank you,
Yeah.
Sean.
Today I learned.
Today I learned. Today I
Have
learned.
we come up with a schedule yet? A schedule of what?
Who said
A
that?
schedule of schedulings.
Nolan.
You're supposed to give us a schedule.
Okay, what happened with that? With that? We're not talking about that
Yeah,
chick on
Nolan,
the-
you're gonna have to message him on that. We're not gonna talk about that on the podcast.
I will call you after I'm done.
Yep.
You know.
Or
call me when you're off work, I guess.
And have we came up with a schedule yet? We have a schedule.
We have a schedule. You don't have a schedule.
You don't, right? That is up to you and Jess to get your heads together. Nolan and Jess were talking about doing the
girls talk.
Girls talk shit. Oh, before we leave, yeah, schedule for the thing for Jess and I. Yes, I knew what you were talking about. That's between you and Jess to figure out. So, probably the last news thing we're going to cover today. Portland strip club owner sets sights on Salem bed and breakfast.
Bed and breakfast.
Well, that's the problem right there. Is people assume they're going to be running a whorehouse out
Assume
of
it's
it.
going to be a brothel. So,
I mean,
neighbors worry upscale mansion will be turned into a hotel. Salem, Oregon, the owner of a well-known strip club in Portland, which is a vegan strip club, and there's only one of those, so we all know which strip club that is.
I don't know. I don't go to strip clubs.
Casa Diablo.
Oh, okay.
The owner of a well-known strip club in Portland has plans to turn a Marion County mansion into a bed and breakfast, but many locals aren't on board. The property, known as the Morrow Mansion, is located in an upscale neighborhood near Sprague High School in South Salem. That just sounds funny to me. Like, I don't spend a lot of time in Salem, but an upscale neighborhood near a high school in South Salem, it does sound
very backwards.
Sounds like an
everywhere
oxymoron.
else. Yeah.
I think I know which neighborhood.
I know exactly where they're talking about.
Inside the 21,000 square foot building are 9 bedrooms, 11 fireplaces, a swimming pool, bowling alley, and dance floor.
Turn that bitch into a brothel.
Yep. Carol Lee.
Bitches love bowling.
Carol Lee bought the property in 2017 for $2.5 million and wants to turn it into a bed and breakfast, according to her attorney. And she's like a madame, isn't she? County rules would require her to rent no more than 5 rooms at a time.
Really?
Lee, who also co-owns co-owns Portland's vegan strip club, Casa Diablo, told Coin6 News she's aware that somewhere she'll turn the Morrow Mansion into an adult entertainment facility, but she said that's not her intent. Neighbors living near the mansion are concerned the property will be less likely a B&B and more like a high-end hotel. What you have here is more of a resort, not a B&B. You're operating out of your home for extra income, said neighbor Jana Gunn. If you have more of a boutique hotel, which is commercial enterprise that doesn't belong in an area of residential families. Lee currently doesn't live at the mansion, but she said she would move into it if her B&B plans are approved. A county commissioner turned down Lee's application last fall, but she is now appealing the decision to the State Land Use Board.
I honestly think they're just denying it because they think they're going to turn it into a brothel.
Well, yeah, they're just a bunch of
clearly
old people.
Well, and it's a high-end neighborhood. You know, it's a $2.5 million house. Is that what it said?
Yeah, so if you own the house, you can do what the fuck you want in it. Stop fucking telling people what to do. It pisses me off.
High end.
It's in Salem.
I know, but that's this is Oregon still.
It's like high end.
Like,
Sunnyvale just kicked in the door. Said, "Hi, my name is Jim Leahy, and I'm from Sunnyvale Trailer Park."
What's up from the Sunnyvale Trailer Park? Yeah, I'm pissed at how cities and states can tell you what to do with your own fucking property. Fuck you. That shit pisses me off.
Hey, Paul, how do you feel about your HOA?
HOAs are fucking stupid. I can't stand that nonsense.
I used to, when I lived up in Seattle, my dad was actually the head of the homeowners association, but it wasn't like the one here where everything had to be neat and tidy. We could do whatever the fuck we wanted as long as nobody like burnt down their house or just like did like bonfires.
If I want to burn down my house, I'm gonna burn down my house.
I mean, as long as it's not like in broad daylight where everybody's distracted by
the city turned it down more because the people that live around there
are bitching.
If they can afford to live in a house like that, they can probably afford to put up the money to carry this fight on indefinitely.
Oh yeah,
so the city's just like, you know what? We don't have the manpower or the resources to continue this fight, so we're just going to keep until she gives up.
I hope some big lawyers step in and sue the shit out of the city.
You don't think the owner of the strip club has more money than the people who live in that neighborhood?
No.
Yeah, you can't speculate. You don't. You have no idea.
Assumption.
If they have just one strip club, no.
You have no idea. We have no idea where their families come from. You cannot speculate those kind of numbers.
But just based on that alone, no. But if they
owns the mansion, owns.
Looking at you, and I would assume that you come from a Brokeback Mountain type family. But
wait, what?
I mean,
in the mountains, the Brokeback in the mountain.
No. Please go on with the statement of Brokeback Mountain.
It was a joke.
I get it.
That's why I stopped on purpose. Looking at you, I would definitely think that your parents couldn't afford to get you a pair of socks for Christmas, let alone anything else. So we can't assume somebody's state just because of what kind of house they live in or what neighborhood they're in or what kind of business they run. Especially strip clubs in the Portland area. They used to be hot. I don't know if you've ever gone to any.
I've never been to a strip club.
Well, exactly. That's why the Brokeback Mountain.
The only ones I've gone to is to pick up or drop off food.
You what?
I got invited to Hooters tonight. I don't think I'm going to go.
Hooters is lame.
Hooters is not even a strip club.
I am aware. Okay. I know it's not a strip club.
I didn't want you to go and be disappointed.
There's just women with boobs, and I'm.
Back in the 90s, strippers in Portland were hot, like hot. Now, it's like whoever can't seem to keep a day job.
This is a reminder of our second.
Nolan said Anthony needs a new hoodie and shorts.
I have a new hoodie. I have many new hoodies.
Ben Comedy said, just because I'm a drug dealer doesn't mean I live in a bad neighborhood.
I suppose
slang those
fair.
Things.
Anyways.
The neighbors in that neighborhood could very well be established doctors and attorneys.
And drug dealers.
Anesthesiologists, mafia members, who knows? You can't assume that this lady, because she bought a $2.5 million mansion,
webcam girls.
You can't assume that she has
$300,000 a month.
The kind of money to financially take on an entire neighborhood of wealthy people.
I don't think an entire neighborhood.
I don't think you really need to. I think you just go up to the city. If it falls within legal things.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything illegal about what.
They're just like, we're going to change the rules because we don't like the fact that you own a strip club.
They could just sign up for, say, no, I'm just doing it as an Airbnb. You guys can fuck off. I don't need a permit for that shit. just saying
Well, they already said that if you do it, you can't rent out more than 5 rooms at a time.
There's only 7 or 9 rooms in there.
Yeah, why would you?
I thought it was 11.
No, there were
bedrooms.
Like 11 bathrooms.
Yeah. No, but I think there's only like 7 bedrooms. So she stays in one, and has an office and another,
and then rents another one out to a stripper.
Yep.
The
and then
top
rents
stripper.
4 out to the other strippers.
and then I can go visit.
And then you can go visit and have fun.
9 bedrooms, 11 fireplaces, a swimming pool, bowling alley, and dance floor.
Okay, I mean, so one could be a movie
Yeah,
theater.
so like one already is a movie theater.
Just because I'm a shitty person doesn't mean I can't live in a nice neighborhood. I mean, Trump lives in the White House. The White House is a pretty shitty house.
Yeah.
I would much
you got
rather
all these
live in
like people just roaming in and out.
I'd much rather live in Mar-a-Lago than the White House.
Right, though? Isn't that like the least secure though? Like you have visitors all the time in your home.
Michael Jordan is here and said, "Hey guys, do y'all like President Trump?"
I do like President Trump. I love him.
You are full
I love
of
making
shit.
fun of him. He is the most entertainment I've had in a very long time.
Welcome, Michael Jordan.
Oh, I will love shit.
Whoever Michael Jordan is.
What up, Michael Jordan?
I don't think it's the real Michael Jordan.
I think it's Michael Jordan. His name is M1 Chitail 0 Arden.
Definitely Mike. Oh,
Definitely
real
verified. The verified real Michael Jordan.
Look at that crown. That means he's verified.
Yeah, that's what it means. Or it just means he has Twitch Prime.
Can we pull that up and like play that live? Can we do that?
What?
Ben Comedy says he's giving a speech right now about the wall shutdown. Can we play that and commentate over it?
Probably depends on what network it's on, but
No, so it's not MSNBC, I guess.
right. He is so dumb. He is definitely dumber than a
Wait,
boxer.
he's taking questions this
So
time? Last
sad.
night he didn't take questions in his only press room briefing ever? Or briefing room briefing?
Briefing room briefing?
Briefing room briefing.
Like,
He had a briefing room,
Briefs?
his first ever briefing room briefing last night, and he didn't take any questions. It was like a photo op for him. He brought a bunch of border security.
Michael Jordan
out.
said, "I'll take that as a no." Yeah, I
Are you
personally
not gonna
don't.
follow us now that we say no.
I mean, I just don't give a shit about him.
Yeah, Shawn doesn't care either way. I can't stand the dude.
I mean, I don't like. I think he's just kind of dumb and his behavior is dumb, but
I think
whatever.
his existence is dumb.
There's lots of dumb people. I just, gotta just move on with your life.
Let it go.
Why isn't our follower updater goal thingy working? And it says, it says 2018 follower goal.
Yeah, that's something with Streamlabs.
Do you know it's?
You probably have to change it.
Do you know it's 2019?
I know it's. Jason sent me that last night.
So this is his speech right now.
Yeah.
His live speech.
This is his live speech right now.
He's literally just screaming right now and getting punched in the face.
This is probably his best speech he's ever had.
Yeah, we can't hear it too. It's the best part.
I'm digging it.
Some Ben Comedy said, the press said, does the government have any sort of safety net for the current government workers that are losing their paychecks right now during this shutdown? Fuck the government workers that are losing their paychecks. If any of us get shut down because our jobs decide to go on a hiatus and have some sort of strike, we don't get back pay. Fuck them. Pull your heads out of your asses and do your job and represent the American people.
Oh my god.
Are these the Mexican fingers that are flying at him right now?
No, a couple
they
of
look
those are
pretty
black.
white, but that one looked a little. Oh yeah, there's definitely some fingers of color in this.
It's mostly black people fingers.
Yeah.
Hitting him in the face. They're saying that black people are abusive. I get it. This is actually not a hit on Trump. It's a hit on black people.
No, it's just an amazing animation.
It's great.
That's completely why we were watching it, for the properties and the animation. Like, I wish I could be talented enough to put together animation of this caliber.
Sean can do it.
No, you don't, because you don't have the patience to do it.
I definitely don't. No, I definitely don't.
Things like this take.
I mean, it's only like 4
I
seconds
wish
long.
there was some way that I could
And
just.
if it's fully CG, then that's probably, if that's all CG, no practical, then that's so many hours.
What I
don't
do
think
wish.
it's CG.
So-
I think that was.
I think it's practical too. Well, it was interesting. Freeze frame.
Because that looks like one of those Trump mask things.
Kinda.
And the jiggle physics look very rubbery instead of like actually getting punched in the face.
Nolan's waiting for disability money to be taken away.
Funding for people with disabilities, yeah. No, yeah, that was also one of the reasons I'm not doing caregiving anymore, because I know it's going to happen eventually.
I doubt it.
I don't, though. They're going to just throw everybody back in the mental hospitals, is what they're probably going to end up doing.
I doubt it. I think people would be I think too many people would be super pissed off.
The thing is, Trump doesn't care when people are pissed off, obviously. He literally said...
I don't think it has anything to do with Trump.
2 days ago, he literally said he has the highest approval rating ever.
That's cool. I don't care what he said.
No, exactly. He doesn't He doesn't pay attention to what people think or say. Or
but I don't think I don't think he has any real effect on... Or, like, that's not the right word.
Propose a bill. It's like, oh, we're cutting the benefits for disabilities so that...
Yeah, but there's still going to be state disability things.
Disability, but if they cut all the funding from the federal government into the states, there's nothing.
I don't think the federal government doesn't siphon into the states.
No, it's...
They have their own state.
All together. Like, if they cut...
It's not
like,
all
when
together,
they
it's separate.
Social Security is federal,
Yeah,
obviously.
I mean, Social Security, but that just means that states will pick it up. Like,
but there's
it's not like
there's
you would
a
just stop the
mandate for
funding.
disability, though, not just a...
Even if you just said no more, they've stopped the funding. It's not like they're going to just wheel the disability people out into the street.
I mean,
But,
obviously
like,
they couldn't. They'd have to do a plan, but they'd probably just end up putting them back in mental institutions.
Depends on what their issue is. If they're not mentally disabled, you couldn't just stick non-mentally disabled people or people they're like if they were just say they're a paraplegic or something or paraplegic, they wouldn't go in a mental institution. That doesn't make any sense.
But we're talking about
people with disabilities. That's a disability.
Our clients, people with mental disabilities.
But you just said people with disabilities.
I know, but we worked together.
Okay.
We're talking about.
So yeah, if they're mentally disabled, then it'd be a different type of place, obviously.
Nolan, what % of people at VanCare do you think could live on their own?
All of them.
I think 0%.
I mean, I'd say we just stick them in an apartment building and see what happens.
That sounds horrible. They would burn it down. They'd turn on the stove, or they would eat all the food in the house and then starve because they don't know how to go grocery shopping.
They'll figure it out.
Will they?
I mean, that's their problem.
They'll go, oh, that is not an argument I like.
I mean, there's a little sense to it, too.
No.
I mean...
No,
there's a little bit of sense to it. Like on a much larger scale.
Bring me a Snapple. The strawberry kiwi.
A big...
And a pizza. Jeez.
Oh, it's Duane. I was like, who are you taking orders from?
Can you bring me cactus juice, please? Thank you.
Is that a real thing?
I'd see what he brings me.
Can you bring me a nap?
Get your own pizza, dick.
Oh. Well, you said, does anybody want anything from 7-Eleven?
You didn't tell me not to get. You didn't.
You know,
limitations.
Pizza's a $5.
Yeah, the pizzas are $5.
That was rude, man. How you gonna ask if somebody wants something and then be like, "Get it yourself, asshole"?
It's made of rubber.
That was rude.
I think a pizza slice is $1.50 or something.
I couldn't eat just a slice, and that would be like way inefficient. You could go to Costco and get a slice that's twice the size for $2.
That's a whole nother place. He's only going to 7-Eleven.
I'm just saying.
He's not grocery shopping for you.
Damn it! Why won't people grocery shop for me anymore?
What are you doing?
Why won't it add it?
There you go. There you go, Sean. That's the kind of thing that would happen. Nothing. They would sit and they would die.
What are you talking about? They don't know how to drive. They don't know everything is. Over half of them don't know how to talk or even walk. Well, if you look at it from like a big picture, like none of us really matter.
Do they sell Snapple at 7-Eleven or what flavor?
We're all very disposable.
Like they're like
the strawberry kiwi ones.
So
and yes, they do.
I mean, if we go back 500 years, what happened to those people? Or if we go back a couple of thousand years, What happened to those people? They just died.
We're just gonna play that. That should be our background.
That's what I'm working on, Dick.
Really, that's.
It's great. It's great. It's pretty amazing.
I don't like that as the background. I mean,
It
to
actually
bring it up
it probably
sometimes
won't
is
work
funny.
very well.
No, it's not working.
Good.
Well, do you have layers there? Is it layered correctly?
Yes.
You're gonna ask me like I fucking don't know my way around Streamlabs, Dick.
I don't know.
You're the one that tried to rebuild it organically every single time you ran it.
I mean, that was before we knew anything. So yeah. It's true.
You're fired, Anthony.
Okay. Good night.
Good night, Vietnam.
Good
Good
night,
morning,
Julia.
Yeah, I don't know why this won't play.
Exactly. I'm not saying we go kill them, but you know. Like, you know, if they just fend for themselves and shit happens, shit happens.
There's no fending for themselves. They can't walk.
Then that sucks. It sucks for them.
I mean, yeah, survival of the fittest is a thing, but like,
I mean, that's kind of the heartless side of me.
you have a heart.
There's like two sides of me. Like, I try to balance them too, but I can see the perspective of like, I guess they're screwed. Maybe they should have learned to walk when they were babies. Maybe they should.
I hate you so
Maybe when their cells were dividing, they made better choices at that point in time. They wouldn't be where they are now.
I chose exactly how all of my cells were divided.
I'm saying
I came out like this on purpose.
If
I hate you.
If somehow all the defective sperm was better, like
You're a defective sperm.
So if that was the winner of the sperm, did we really need to know what happened to the other sperm that
They
didn't
were
make
probably
it?
much worse.
Or the egg? I mean, or the egg. I mean, the egg was completely jacked up. Like it was a rotten egg, and like I mean, I'm just saying.
You're fired.
Just saying.
Just a little hard truth.
And we thought I was fired. No, you're fired.
Some parts of me just don't give a fuck.
It could be a rotten egg.
I think it was a rotten egg and a really like bad swimming sperm. Maybe if the dad and the mom weren't doing drugs when they made their child, they wouldn't have ended up with a. Or if the parents been like, you know, our genetics
Sometimes
are both
it just
fucked.
happens.
I think both of our genetics are fucked up together, so we probably shouldn't have children.
The thing is, you don't know half the time.
Well, I don't know if that's completely true. There's actually a lot of science to show.
There's science that's
like
it's definitely passed down, but it's not an absolute.
But there's
thing.
also science to show that like people that are like in really good shape, like they're not like super obese and
People like me?
I'm just saying in general.
Okay.
Like people that lose a bunch of weight, like after they've lost a bunch of weight and they've maintained that for a little while, they're much more likely to have a healthier baby, produce a better a better child.
I could have
genetically
a perfect child.
speaking.
I lost like 80 pounds.
Okay, so my point is, if you're not carrying a bunch of extra body fat,
Women, come have children with me.
And like putting stupid substances in your body, then you're more likely to have a better child. But if you're like a fat, disgusting slob that does coke and meth all the time.
So if you're fat, it's okay, but if you're doing coke and meth all the time, you're a slob.
I'm saying like
they're both together. Being coke and being coke,
Ben
and doing meth are the same thing as being fat.
Ben Comedy said maybe if both parents were in a vegetative state, isn't that the same thing as being from Salem?
Wait, hold on. No,
That's
no.
when you give
we
birth
need to
to
move
a
back
carrot,
now.
a baby
because
carrot.
that baby,
full circle.
that vegetative baby, the baby carrot, was fully working. That was a fully working, healthy child.
Yeah.
From a vegetative mother.
But the father wasn't vegetative.
Unless he was too.
Maybe the father was
they
really
just
good genetics.
Maybe they wheeled another vegetable in and just like you rammed him in. I'm just like watching.
So fucked up.
I gave up on trying to add this. You can figure out why I won't add maybe later, but
that's why I said it doesn't. There's no direct correlation.
I'm not saying that there's. I'm not saying that it can't happen, but there's also. I'm talking about statistical odds.
Like a kid with
Showing
Barbie
this,
dolls.
like,
exactly. Thank you.
There's
bang, 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 bang. Oh, I'm going to hell.
Yeah. So
we should probably stop before we go to jail.
But maybe you just have
God
bad
bless all the
genetics. And you
starving kids
shouldn't
in New
have
Guinea.
kids. That's all I'm saying.
17 Hail Marys, both of you fuckers.
Like if you took two best athletes in the world, like LeBron James and like Serena Williams, and they had a kid, be a genetic freak, probably more than likely be a genetic freak.
You'd have a Yao Ming. Something that just doesn't make any sense. I'm Black Yao.
Blau Ming.
I mean, if you came out Asian, I'd have a lot of questions.
No, you wouldn't. Wait, who is the other?
Serena Williams, you said? Yeah.
And
hey, guys, want to know a funny, I guess it's not funny, an interesting statistic? Oregon grew over 1 million pounds of weed last year that no one is smoking.
We should go steal it.
Oh, the state, you mean?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because everybody else
is it bad weed?
Because people have had all their own. People aren't buying from the state anymore.
People buy from dispensaries.
Yeah,
and that's like
all private growers.
Yeah.
So they're gonna have to sell that
dispensaries
weed to,
are
dispensaries.
I think they should just
where
put
do
it.
They keep this weed?
What they need to do is
still
just
good. How long does weed last?
They need to roll it all up into blunts and start taking it to all the hospitals, to anybody that's got any sort of terminal pain.
Just chill.
And using it as testing, man. Just start rolling up.
Yeah, that's bad.
Oh, it's federally illegal, but
it's not bad in Oregon though.
Fuck.
And honestly, I don't think the FDA would care really. Like
most of the weed is in the carpet fibers. Most of the weed is in the carpet fibers in my living room.
Do you drop a lot of weed?
Ben Comedy, I have watched.
Lily,
I've been watching when Ben Comedy was forced to take bong hit after bong hit after bong hit on his podcast, on his show. So
that sounds horrible.
It's entertaining to watch.
I could be
because his eyes go from bright to squinty and red real quick.
When was the last time I was high?
Hey Josh, you're here still. What's with the RIP? Who died?
He cheered. It's 2 cheers.
Forced. Yep, that's exactly what I said. You're like, oh, bong hit to that. Next thing you know, there's 8 of them, 9 of them, 10 of them.
Yay, fetal alcohol syndrome.
What is that, Sean?
Salt.
Salt?
Yeah,
pouring salt on the wound?
No, he's just salty.
There's an article in LA Times I'm not going to read because it's already 2 hours and 11 minutes into this podcast that says 2019 will be the worst year of Donald Trump's life. I absolutely... yeah, my viewers really have to twist my arm to get me to smoke. Well, I'm just trying to give you a little bit of credit, bro.
Somebody should definitely just bring edibles here.
It's all fun and games until you start messing with tax season. Republicans are going to be mad too. Hashtag POTUS45.
Ooh.
If I bring edibles, who will eat an edible?
Not me.
I know you won't. Will you?
But somebody that's on their way makes them better than you can ever get your hands on them. I guarantee that.
Wait, what?
Wait, what?
Who'd you say?
Duane.
Oh, Duane, bring us edibles.
He makes them better than you could ever get your hands on them. I promise.
Yeah, I got retarded on one of it.
Hey, we get Ben Comedy in here.
2 days.
He did say I will. He's gonna bring it. He's gonna indulge.
Well, I guess one of us has to.
I ate a muffin from Duane, and I was high for 2 days.
I'm looking.
Fine. I don't smoke, but edibles are okay. Although I don't know if I'm allowed to smoke them.
I can't handle any of it. I can't handle it, dude.
So the first time I had edibles, I had too much and I vomited everywhere. That was unexpected.
Okay. Hey, too
Every
slow.
time
What up,
after
man?
It's been great. I don't like smoking. It doesn't do anything for me, and I just don't like smoking.
Too slow. Dropping the subscriber emojis in the chat.
There you go.
Is he a subscriber?
Well, you couldn't. You have to be in order to get those.
Wait, hold on.
You can't use those emojis unless you're supposed to.
Yeah.
Oh, mine's gone.
My girlfriend just started doing a vegan cooking show on our channel. We're going to do a crossover episode with Talking Weeds, son, and make some vegan edibles. That's dope. Literally, get it? That's dope. No, that's cool.
Now, if they had carnivore edibles,
like meat edibles,
yeah,
you can get THC butters.
That's true.
THC butter, CBD butter.
Can we just grow a
weed
animal?
Meat. Instead of putting olive oil in your pan, you use a weed butter.
I want a weed animal.
Hey, Too Slow, we appreciate you stopping by and showing some love.
Yes, I will eat all the weedimal.
The weedimal? What if they had roadkill that was just a bush, a tumbleweed of marijuana?
That's what you tell the officers. Like, it's just roadkill. I'm picking it up. It's
there
legal.
You go. See?
Sir, you can't have 200 pounds of weed. It's not weed. It's roadkill. I ran it over.
Weed kill.
I ran it over.
I didn't mean to. It just jumped out in front of my car. What am I supposed to do?
I just ran through a pot farm while I was a little bit high.
But remember, you also have to report it.
Yeah, there was
you can still report
the head was already missing and the antlers too, so I don't know what to tell you.
There was just the bud left.
Oh, yeah, you're not allowed to keep the head and antlers. You have to turn those in.
It's fucking ridiculous. You just leave it on the side of the road and drive away? Like,
see, Duane said, I will. I cannot confirm nor deny.
He will.
Do it. Bring me edibles.
Yeah.
I feel like that'd be a fun podcast, though.
Or retarded one.
That's dumb as shit. What is dumb as shit?
Nolan, do you want to get high with us?
I'll send you guys some, but one of you has to eat some on the show. That's not a big deal, bro. Ben Comedy, that sending edibles that somebody has to eat on the show is not a big deal on this cast.
Like,
I'm personally not going to, but Shawn can do it. Duane can do it. I'm sure
Duane would eat
Josh
48 of them.
down.
Yeah, Josh would definitely.
Though, apparently, because Paul won't help him.
I was getting to Anthony. Even conservative little sissy poo Anthony would eat it.
Conservative.
We should have been able to take care of everything.
That's why I'm wearing red.
Oh yeah, that's dumb as shit. The fact that if you take the deer off the side of the road, you have to turn in the head and antlers. I get it. I get it.
So what do you do with the head and antlers? You like carry it in your car?
You have to turn it into
decapitate it and bring it into animal control.
You have to turn it into Fish and Wildlife.
You have to you can't just leave it there for them.
I don't understand. It makes no sense.
That's gross. I don't want blood in my car.
Obviously you don't watch FunkShopTV because we covered this whole fucking law.
It ended up closing. My thing. Remember, I left and my phone was almost dead.
You couldn't go watch it on YouTube later. Thanks for the support, asshole.
Yeah, I watch them when they're live when I can.
Nolan said, I've never ate or smoked weed or CBD.
Now's your chance.
Now is your chance. No, you know what I will say? Like, I went through a horrific car accident. I can't call it an accident. It was a wreck.
Yeah,
Somebody does it. It's not an accident if it's a drunk driver that fucking hits you. That's not an accident. That's just plain stupidity. But I had chronic back pain for a long time. Got him! And when I started taking THC tincture, like the eyedropper that I was putting it under my tongue, just 2 eye drops a day, and it chilled out the pain, didn't make me high, and it comforted me more than any opiate that I was prescribed. So I'm always for it.
Nolan.
Want to say her name a few more times?
Nolan.
Nolan.
Next time you come, next time we hang out, I'm gonna.
Whoa! Something going on with.
No, you dick. Next time,
of course not. Nolan's not a man.
I'm going to give you. When's your next day off? Because I'm gonna buy edibles and we're gonna eat them.
Next time you come, next time I see you, I'm going to give you. Next time you come.
Talking's hard, okay?
Reading is fundamental.
What's
I'm
hard?
good at reading. I just can't talk.
What's hard?
Talking.
Okay.
You should definitely try some CBD oils.
Wait, your new job doesn't test, right?
Even if they do, most places do not test for CBDs, right?
See, he gets it. Words are hard.
Anthony.
Shane.
Good morning, Anthony.
Good morning, Shane. And Paul.
All right, I guess we can go raid, man.
Well, are we waiting for Duane?
For what?
I don't know.
Or am I?
I mean,
are you what? What? What's going on now? You have weekends off. Okay. Wait. Was she replying, or am I, to me saying something about coming? Like, is that what's going on here?
Yes.
Look, that's between you and her. You guys can talk about it.
Hey, she's definitely not coming for me right now. I'm over here.
They're supposed to, but don't give a fuck. Most places don't give a fuck just because now that it's legal. It's really hard for them to be like, you can't do it. No.
Yeah.
All right.
Can't do it.
We'll find a time like you can come over Sunday, or we're hanging out Sunday, right?
I don't need to be on the show. You don't have to wait on me. Okay. So we got to go find somebody to raid. Cause you want somebody to raid.
Off Sunday. We're having a meeting Sunday, right?
Didn't we say it 2 or 3?
2, I believe. Nolan, can you be here at 2?
I believe. Did we say 2 o'clock? 2 o'clock.
2 or 3.
It's either 2:30.
2 o'clock meeting, 3 o'clock live. That's what I thought.
That probably doesn't work for me, but
right,
because I have to take my daughter to work probably.
Well, you can just give me the notes and the rundown of what input you need covered. I think we all know where you stand as far as the meeting.
I have no input at the moment. Nothing that needs to be.
Except get your weekly videos done.
Oh,
I'm gonna try.
What time do you get them back?
I'm gonna try.
I guess we go live after or before the game.
All right.
Saturday.
Huh?
We go live before the game tomorrow, I guess. That's Saturday, right?
I'm probably not going to, but you guys can.
No, that's what I was saying. I was trying to remember the game's at 5:30.
Jess will be home soon. I'll talk to her and figure out time to get Jess and Nolan together so they can get their heads together and figure out what they want to talk about before they're just thrown in front of a camera.
Yeah, it would be like earlier Sunday though. Oh yeah, I guess you don't want to go to your family's house high though. Okay.
Jesus. According to this article.
Oh yes, Jenny Knits is back on.
What?
The old lady that's knitting sweaters. That's who we're gonna raid.
Like Jenny Knits.
So.
Jenny Knits.
No, I thought her name was like Jenny Nitts.
Real quick on that, the foldable thing.
Okay.
Galaxy Note is expected to cost as much as $1,770.
Yeah, I'm not paying that for a phone.
$65 a month payment. For
It better give me a happy ending.
On Black Friday.
A few happy endings.
At Screaming Cowboy.
At Screaming Cowboy, that's who we should raid?
If this is horrible.
I'm checking it out right now.
And other people are saying.
When I don't know who else to raid.
Another quote unquote expert says it could cost anywhere from $1,900 to $2,500.
Oh, that's a 24/7 thing? Oh my goodness.
It's just a Screaming Cowboy.
Watch for a full 30-second minute. There's no way I'm raiding Screaming Cowboy. This is a real thing. It's 24/7. This is ridiculous. Oh my Lanta.
You never get tired of it. I was already tired of it.
That is a real fucking thing. Woo! I thought our channel was bad. I encourage everybody to go to twitch.tv/screaming_cowboy when they get a chance and you're really, really bored because it's 24/7. And you'll laugh for about 35 seconds and then you'll turn it off and never want to go back. Ever.
Yeah.
Oh, here's another living room stripper.
Woo! Let's do that.
No, no.
Maybe she'll.
I don't like to give them publicity, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, they get.
It's because boobs.
Yeah.
Nolan, come over here with your boobs.
Where'd the granny go with the knitting? Did she? She's gone. She left. Boo.
Boo. Dang it, Jenny.
Oh, nope, she's still here.
Yes.
We're going to go raid Jenny Knits.
We're going to knit with Jenny.
Everybody be polite. Let's not.
Don't swear. She's a very nice old lady.
She is a very nice old lady. This is like the Twitch grandma. So,
hey.
Everybody, thanks for watching. Happy Friday. Maybe we'll be on tomorrow for a minute. Maybe not.
We might. I might get high with Nolan tomorrow. We'll find out.
Well, then you have to have a designated driver, dickhead. Yeah.
Oh, Nolan can't even pick me up.
Yeah.
So we had to.
You know, that's important to me.
Although, edibles
recap.
don't
I had to
work-
get a haircut. Dad had to go get a haircut, so that's why he wasn't here.
So to be fair, edibles don't take effect on me for about 2 to 3 hours.
It doesn't matter.
So no, I'm saying that
I don't wanna hear it.
This would have to be a very long podcast if I had to take them on stream and then get high on stream.
It's cold. They're tucked away tightly. So we're going to raid. Thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning into FunkshopTV. I'm sure we'll be back Sunday, if not tomorrow. And, of course, the Daily Show Monday through Friday at 10 a.m. Pacific Time. If you haven't done so yet, please go to youtube.com/FunkshopTV. And you can check out all of our videos and stuffs.
Anthony will be editing today's.
Spread some love, start some hate. That's it, darn.
Is it on the drive yet?
Maybe on the drive.
I mean, 2.5 hours. We've been here plenty long enough. Big shout out to Ben Comedy. If you haven't followed Ben Comedy, do it now. Right now.
Oh,
Not now, but right now.
Okay,
Nolan, we love you. Josh, we love you. Mom and Dad, of course, we love you. Dwayne, we love you. Everybody else that's watching, we love you. We love you all. Thanks for watching, and we're going to go watch Jenny Knits. Let's go.
We're watching Jenny Knit.
Thank you.